stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since recruiting isn't an option, due to unusual rain and thunder, baby, I wonder, would you just put your sweats on for me? Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for you. Let me lay a great time on you. Don't hesitate, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just say you will. Come through and chill. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. Hello, stranger. Fame's been waiting. Just as I recall that ass is still amazing. Playing, baby. Saying, baby. Love it, shit, you know I'm crazy. So go ahead and go drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Yeah, it's taking that off of me. Yeah. I got the plug, I made the call for me. I'm talking late night for you. Let me lay a great time on you. Don't make me wait, no, don't you? Just say you will. Come through and chill. Just like you will. Come through and chill. Just like you will. Come through and chill. Just like you will. Come through and chill. I wanna all night. Say it. I wanna all night. I wanna all
Hey
night.
y'all, what is going on with y'all this evening? Hello. Hey ladies, we gonna go ahead and get started. What'd you say?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's
Not
going.
like loud.
You said not loud? What about now?
No.
Now?
Still sounds regular. To me, it does.
Drop the meek. How do you work this on? Thing you had me by. Can't trust. Let me see. Oh, let me change this to outlet.
Yeah.
Turn your volume all the way up. The volume button, not the echo.
Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can do it now. Okay.
Now you sound more clear.
Yeah, and if you want to, you could turn the echo up a little bit. It'll give it a little bit more boost.
Okay, let me see. Turn this mofo all the way up. Turn up.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey y'all.
But why it's still doing the pause thing?
It is.
I see it going down too.
That's not the mic.
Your computer.
Yeah. It's a setting.
I'm in settings.
No, I'm just thinking it's the setting on your computer. It's not the microphones.
Yeah, because if every microphone is doing the same thing as far as
that weird pause.
Like, yeah. It's like if anyone else starts talking,
Hello.
we can't hear you at all.
Yeah, it'll like drown hers out.
Can y'all
Right.
hear me?
Yeah, we can
We
hear
can hear
you,
you.
but not like
Y'all
I have.
can't hear me?
We can hear you, but it's not like I have a mic in front of me. I can hear you. You sound regular, in other
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
Regular schmegular.
Say something. Say something at the same time we're saying something.
Oh, I couldn't hear y'all at all. I had changed
Oh,
my
you
out.
could. Oh,
Oh. Can you hear us now?
I can hear y'all now.
but
Talk
yeah,
at the
you,
same time we're talking. Because
yeah,
that's
she
when it
was.
happens.
Okay.
I think she was, but I think it still blocked her out.
Okay. That's what it's doing.
We gonna talk at the same time and see if it worked. What about now?
Wait, say
Now it's,
something.
now it's hard for me to talk at the same time.
Right.
Do it.
Let's
You
try
have to
it.
say something
They
more.
don't like
Like,
you just need to like keep talking and talking and yeah, that's how it goes. Now just try to cut in. Try to cut in, and a lot of times we don't hear you because there's some kind of muting thing that's happening. I don't know.
Okay. So
Now,
finish
you
you,
a
all
long
the time I
sentence
was
so we can cut
talking,
you off.
one thing.
No, you cannot say nothing. No, sir, it's still doing it. I can hear.
still doing it. It's weird. Yeah. It's all right. We'll get it fixed behind the scenes.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, I guess, one of these days. One of these
Mhm.
days. But let me greet everyone in the chat at least. Good evening. Happy Friday. Good night. Everybody who has come to join us.
Hey, y'all.
How y'all doing this evening?
I'm
Y'all
not
ready to act a fool tonight?
Child, all of this that's going on. Somebody need to be acting a fool. Miss Z, good
that?
evening. Kathy Crew, good evening. Jesse Bradley, good evening. McGeeky, Beverly, Angela, good evening. Miss B, Beverly Chow, Stephanie Shannon, Tanisha.
There's a little bit of background of feedback. I don't know where that's
It
coming from.
sounds like an echo. Like a yeah, I hear it.
I don't hear it.
Oh, it's because you have the mic
If
on.
you don't cut that echo
I
down,
knew that's what it was.
cut the echo down. She talking about I don't hear it.
Y'all hear it
Right.
now?
It's not as
No,
bad.
It's not. It's still. You still hear it?
No. It's off
no.
now.
But if you just it's just a little slight little touch, it'll give you a little oomph when you're talking. But when you turn it all the way up, it's gonna sound like hello, hello.
Like you in
You
somebody's
told me to
cave.
turn it up.
Like you in a Scots cave.
No, just a little tad bit.
I feel like I am being sabotaged.
But
Oh,
you
Lord.
sound better. Your microphone sounds louder to me than it normally does.
I'll check with the people in the chat.
Ask them, yeah.
Put
Ask
a
them.
one in the chat if you can hear me fantastically. Is that a word? I know y'all ain't gonna mute on me.
Tonight it is. Tonight it'll be a
Not
word.
tonight it is.
Not fantastically.
La la, hey. I see all y'all in the building. Cricket
Yeah.
22, Shay P, Mary White, Jonetta, Mishy, Laquita, Justine, V. Gordon, Juana, Angela Jean, Nolly Inspires, Regina Ashby, Sharon Fields. Good evening, y'all. And if I skipped your name, it ain't my fault. No, sir. Okay, we got some ones. Look, Mary White said, I knew it was Tay. Right. Troublemaker.
Mary. It's Mary.
Yeah, Kathy Crew put a one, Anita put a one, Beverly put a one, Cricket, Esther. So they can hear you. That's all that matters. We don't want to as long as they can hear you.
Drop the meek. Are you live?
Tay talking like not talking like Uncle Wanda. Yeah, you didn't stream yours, DDM.
Y'all.
No, I didn't stream because I didn't know how much I was gonna be muting and stuff tonight, so I just let it
What they
roll.
gotta do with you streaming, ma'am? Please stream. You ain't had a video in
And
days.
it's okay.
Look
It's
at
okay,
Quit
Gregory.
YouTube again. Y'all, she didn't quit YouTube again. Put some encouraging words in the chat for her.
Right. Put some encouraging words in the chat.
Sorry,
get her back.
Tiny.
Let's get her back.
Look, Mooney was like, I want to sleep in my jeans. You're not sleeping in them jeans tonight, boy.
Not in the jeans.
He
Them
don't
jeans
want
that
to
lady had on in that video I sent you.
child. There's
those
some
are
jeans
leggings.
that he got that's cute and new, and he just think he the hot,
Oh,
he the thing. He don't want to take them off. They got little holes in them.
it's his favorite.
Not Mooney with the distressed jeans.
You should see him. I'm gonna send you a picture of him.
Okay.
You cannot tell him he ain't the ish. You're not sleeping in these jeans tonight, Mooney. It ain't happening,
And
Captain.
you can't tell him nothing.
Nope. Had a whole 10-minute conversation about it.
He said he's wearing them.
He said, I said what I said.
He didn't want to take them off, y'all. It was a mess.
That's how they be, though. Because my
Mhm.
girls do the same thing. I be like,
He was like, take them off, and ain't.
I feel
Right.
so bad for him. All he want to do is wear his jeans.
To bed.
To bed. Right. Mad uncomfortable. To bed. No.
Tragic.
Right. Look at Cricket 22. Please don't quit. Drop the mic.
Y'all don't listen to Tay. I ain't quitting YouTube
Oh
tonight.
my gosh. She said tonight. Tomorrow is up for grabs.
You caught that BSG? You caught
I
that?
caught it.
She ain't loyal, y'all. She ain't loyal.
These girls ain't loyal. See, I said girls. I ain't call you no 304. I got your back.
Yeah, unlike well, I'm glad you gave her the same courtesy shit that she don't give us. Because every damn day we some crackhead hoes.
That's the words that she used for us. That's the words that Tay used
exactly.
for us. Y'all know how much of a mess starter Tay is. I don't even know why she be playing these games.
For real. Look at she done turned into an owl again, y'all. Done turned owl on us.
What is going on, ladies? What y'all been up to?
Child.
Has it been hot on these YouTube streets?
Yes.
Trying to stay caught up with these stories.
Right. It's a lot.
It's a lot. I have to do a little overview video or something on them, but it's so much, y'all. I'm like, dang.
It is.
Have your mouth hanging open.
Yeah.
So I know y'all have heard about the P. Diddy and Carissa stuff. We talked about Keke Palmer and her psycho, allegedly. And I guess tonight we're going to talk about the differences between the two of them. Like,
or similarities.
The differences and the similarities. Like, as far as the cases, and like the aspects of the case similarity, but how the public reacted to the two cases, and we're gonna give our opinions on it. And of course, we want y'all to give y'all opinions, like on how y'all feel about it. Because I got some strong opinions, and so do the girls. Like, we seen some things that we was just like, what? So we're gonna hit on that tonight.
Indeed.
How many of y'all have had a chance to hear some of the 35 pages of the suit?
The allegations.
One in the chat if you've heard some of the things already.
That stuff was crazy.
Yeah.
My mouth hanging open, honey.
For real. Put some ones in the chat if you heard about the allegations against Diddy. Sean P. Diddy Combs, Puffy.
So y'all have heard. Have y'all heard in detail the things that he's done Is that something that we have to go over at all, as far as, maybe one or two of the scenarios? Do y'all want to hear it again, or y'all pretty much up to date with what he did?
Let's talk about some of it. Because
They've been talking
Region
about it all
again.
day. They said they heard it all and it's horrific, but we could talk about it. Yes, of course.
It is horrific.
what do you think about this stuff? Like, what is going on with these dudes? I mean,
It's speechless.
it's like a cycle of, like, you can't too much blame the mothers, because single mothers, you do what you can. So but we do be having some part in this with these men, these boys we raise, and also, like, we got to put some part on the men, the fathers too, because where they pocket head asses at?
Exactly.
I feel like it's the epidemic, y'all. You know how it was a epidemic with opioids? I feel like it's an epidemic with narcissistic men.
Yeah, look, Tawanda said it's the year of narcissism.
I wonder, like, are we overusing that word, or is this like,
No.
if this is something that just has been underused and been going unnoticed for so long?
Right, that part.
I think that I think it's a little bit of both, but I think
Drink
how
of the day
your
or
kids
the
are a
hour.
product of your environment. I feel like these kids or these men are late 60s, early 70s babies. And what was happening in the world at that time to make to create these type of mental health issues? Because you can get mental health issues in clusters like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can.
But I think it exceeds those years as well. Like, there's people even more recently. I feel like even the younger
In
generation,
the 80s, yeah.
all
Yeah.
80s,
Look at
90s,
Kiki Palmer's boyfriend.
2000s, exactly. Like, I feel like there's a lot of them that fit this
This
they
mold.
fit in this, they fit in this bubble.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's like you said, it's something we got to sit back and question, like, what is it that's causing all of them to act, react, whatever, the same?
Yeah.
If I had to guess, one of my things would start off with maybe the way we are raised, as far as, what's the saying? They say, oh, a girl is raised and a son is adorned or something. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's like they pretty much tell the girl, oh, get up, you have to clean, do this, do that. And it's like they raise us to be a certain way, but then the boys, they're like, do whatever you want, no problem.
They're babied.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
baby, they're coddled, and
Yeah.
then they grow up wanting a mommy that they could okay? Point blank, period.
It's something. It's whatever is to me, because I compare it to like the autism thing. There wasn't like a lot of autistic kids when I grew up. But then
Right.
there became this influx of like, and I'm just making up numbers. These numbers are not accurate at all, y'all. I'm just making up numbers. Like, but like, if I had to guesstimate, it was like out of 10 kids, you might have 4 or 5 of them, almost half, that was like autistic. And it was like weird. So
But I think
something.
I think that in today's world, like, just a lot of that stuff is just starting to be diagnosed. Like, before, like, we didn't call it. We just, if they may have just been like that all this time, but we just didn't call it that. We just were like, they slow or they touch, like, no, they lost. We didn't think about, we didn't call it autism. Like, they call it that now, or that's the politically correct, or now. even though like I feel like it's a good thing that a lot of people are actually going to doctors and stuff like that now and getting diagnosed with certain things now, I also feel like the world is in a state of right now. Everything they want instant gratification. Everything
Social
has
media.
to happen right now. They don't have any patience. They don't want to wait. And that's something that we are not used to. We are used to a world where everything didn't happen tomorrow. So
It
if
wasn't instant.
you got a record deal, you might not have a record until 2 years from now.
Right.
Now they can go on YouTube and sing a song and get noticed and blow up.
Instant notoriety. Absolutely. Yep. And
So
it could
then
be
they
from,
think
like
that
you
if
said,
they say
YouTube.
something else and give another song that's trash, or people just might have liked the beat, or you said something funny in a song, and then next thing you know, they like, what is going on? And they freaking out on everybody because now they don't think nobody care about them no more. They has been, and it's only been 2 weeks since your last song. So the people want everything like right now, and social media make everybody and everything so accessible. People think stuff is old to them.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, a lot of, entitlement going on.
Yeah, and I think it's partially too, we can't ignore the fact that we have, when you look at all the guys that suffer from, in our opinion, narcissism, you got to look at the parents and look at the enabling that happens. Like, and when I say parents, 9 times out of 10, I'm talking about the mother. The father is absent, which doesn't negate him from his responsibility. You just as much as fault for not being around.
Right.
But the mother coddles the boys, and it really has to stop. Like, look at Blueface's mother. She'll make an excuse every other day. She's so wayward. Like, she makes an excuse no matter which way he goes. So if Monday he's like, F Krishan, she gonna go right off behind him. Yeah, because that girl, she this, she that, she that, she this. And then the next day, if he's like, yeah, me and Krishan, we gonna always have love. She gonna come behind him. Yeah, because she family at this point.
Like, so they basically just agree with whatever they say, creating a narcissist that's never ever wrong and never held accountable. They're never held accountable. Their feet are never held to the fire. Like, dude, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I don't care which way you cut it. I don't care what you say or how you say it. You're wrong. But narcissism is so much deeper than that. There's something that when most people get the actual clinical diagnosis of narcissism, there is something that happens to that person traumatically, that at that moment of the trauma, they turn their emotions off. They become, they lose their empathy, they lose their sympathy, they lose everything and there is no cure for it. Once they turn those emotions off, they cannot cut them back on. What you see with most, and this is just the clinical piece of that, of narcissism, what you see with most narcissists, once they get to a point where they're more like heavily socialized, like married and with friends and all of that stuff, it's not they learn how to emulate emotion. They watch other people and they fake their responses and stuff like that. That's why, I mean, they really live in a world where it's like, well, it's like a I owe you system type of thing. Like, I give you, you give me. And if you do me a favor, then I'm sitting back trying to figure out how I can, get that favor off of me. I don't know. It's weird how they're very weird in their thinking. I'm telling you. And it has to do with them cutting those emotions off at whatever age their trauma happened at. Like, that's the clinical piece to it, which I don't understand that much. I really don't. I'll be honest.
No, I get exactly what you mean. I've said it before. They always do things so that they can receive something in return. So what comes off as, them being kind, or being able to like mimic, like you said, mimic emotions. It's really just them trying to get out of the situation what they want.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
They're
exactly
emulating
what they do.
what they've seen before. That's it. They don't really
Exactly.
have those emotions. I know that now.
Naturally.
I mean, these are people that are actually clinically diagnosed. I ain't talking about, how you'll say this person's a narcissist, that person's a narcissist, because the word is a little bit overused, but people that actually have that clinical diagnosis on their chart as a mental health diagnosis, is deeper than that. And there's certain things that they really do display, and they don't have emotions, even if they can act out the emotions as much as they do not really have them. They turn those emotions off at the point of trauma, period. So if it happened
Do
at
you
3,
think it's possible
that's
that in their quest to be manipulative, that maybe it's not something mental, maybe it's just that they being manipulative and know what they can get away with?
I mean, I think there are a lot of people like that. I mean, I was just thinking about the people that really have, like, they've sat in front of people and had these tests done, and they've really been clinically diagnosed with narcissism, like the real disease, mental health disease of narcissism. There's a lot of people that, we call narcissists, but they haven't actually clinically received that diagnosis. Um, and those people could be very much so just super manipulative and have learned that they get things out of life by holding stuff over people's head, having basically blackmailing and holding people for ransom. Some people, that's the space they operate in. Like, I'm going to record what you're saying because I never know when I'm going to need this later. Like, they literally,
Right.
that's the universe that they live in, is always trying to have something over on you so that they can make you do what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Janet Jenkins says she's confused. Are they narc or are they mentally ill? Being a narcissist is a mental illness.
Yeah.
That's a form of a mental illness, unfortunately. Well, fortunately,
Yeah.
that is a form of a mental illness. It's a mental illness, like being bipolar
Yeah.
or schizophrenic is.
It's a
It
personality
is,
disorder.
and it's they say it's really no cure for it. Like,
Nope. There's
they
treatment
just have
for
to
it.
have with therapy, right? Is it anything that they can take? Because what
No,
most
no
of them are,
medication.
their narcissism is associated to, also like attached with like bipolarism or something like that as well. So they may can take something for that, but as far as the narcissism, they say it's not really
It's
no
not curable.
cure for
What
that.
No.
I heard
I mean,
is
there are
it's
some
like they can
clinicians.
do therapy, but they just learn to adapt around if they want to. They just learn how to adapt around, and again, like DDM said, they mimic the emotion of, oh, I understand, yeah, I won't do that, you know what I'm saying, like to
Right.
certain people, but they know what they're doing, and they can still continue on as narcs.
Because
That's
like
why
with
they watch
Martell,
other people so hard and they compare themselves to other people, because they're constantly watching other people so that they can adjust and adjust their behavior, their moods, their reactions, like to whoever they have their sights on at that moment. Like, they'll watch them to mimic their reactions to stuff and stuff like that so that they can appear normal. um but dis it's a cognitive dissonance or something like that, but it's almost just like I said, it's a disassociation from their emotions, and that happens at an early age. Again, we talk about the clinical diagnosis. That word narcissism is thrown around so much that people don't realize that it really is a mental health disorder that you are clinically diagnosed with by a licensed clinician, a licensed person that have went all the way to masters and sometimes PhD in their field. They do certain specific tests to diagnose you with that. And no, there is currently no cure for it. There is treatment, but treatment is hasn't really been like proven. It's, you can maybe get better and they can help you identify some aspects of it, but it's part of your personality, and your personality can't be changed. You are who you are. That becomes a part of your personality is being a narcissist. And like, or a borderline. That's another personality disorder. Um, Sociopath. Those are these are personality disorders. And once they become a part of your personality, it's nothing really anybody can do to change it. They can only with therapy, your behavior can be recognized and they can pivot when they see themselves doing certain things or what have you. um I mean, it's a very interesting diagnosis, and there are certain clinicians that will not treat narcissists. They won't treat them because they don't feel like they can make any headway with them. Like, that's one of the only disorders that I've heard, like, like some clinicians just say, listen, I don't treat narcissism because it's part of their personalities. Like, that's who they are,
It's
you know.
second nature to them. So it's and they
Mhm.
don't know that anything, you know what I'm saying? They just know they feel insecure and stuff like that inside, but they
Mhm.
know how to improvise and make things happen.
Mhm.
Like I was saying about like Martell, like
Mhm.
how Martell kind of like uses Kimmy. Like when
Mhm.
he see her, he go, oh, let me help Kimmy with her groceries. She's over there struggling with her groceries with
Mhm.
Maurice sitting there waiting in the car. So
Mhm.
he'll get out and help her with her groceries, put her groceries in the car for her and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
And so because he know that by him doing that, he's putting in her head that he's a nice guy. So
Right.
that when he dogged the hell out of Melody, then
Mhm.
here go to Kimmy, she's gonna take up for him because
Mhm.
he helped her put her groceries in the car when he
Right.
seen her
He's a
struggling.
nice guy,
He's a nice
right?
guy. Like, I can't believe he would do that to you. Why
Right.
did he do that? What did you
Right.
do to make him do that? Because he's
Exactly.
always putting groceries in the car. He's always helping me out.
Right.
He's always been a nice guy.
Right. But they don't sit and they don't realize that these people constantly, they're always plotting. Always. They're
Mm-hmm.
always sitting back trying to figure out what they can get on you to be able to use against you as blackmail or whatever later, so that they can make you do what they want you to do.
And call
Because
those favors in.
yeah, because
And call those
they don't
favors
ever
in.
accept accountability. They don't one of the biggest thing, they don't know how to self-reflect and be like, "Oh, you know what? I could have done that differently." It's always going to be somebody else's fault for why this occurred. Even when it's blatant, it's always going to be, that's somebody else's fault. They did this, they did that, you know what I'm saying? And that caused, and that gives them the reason to say, well, that, and then that caused me to do this. Even if they have to lie about it, that's what makes the illness so sad, because they will tell a blatant lie to not accept accountability for their actions. And we witness that in, to me, we witness that
Martell.
all the time in Martell. He's made up a whole story about Mel cheating, and trying to really, if you notice, he's going around trying to convince everybody. He's trying to rewrite history because he can't look himself in the mirror and say, I did this, I did that. Even if he mutters those words, he really doesn't believe that, because in his mind, he wouldn't have done that if she wouldn't have did this. He wouldn't have done that if she, like, it's so weird. Like, that's why everybody be so in shock with the way he behaves and the stuff he does. All of that boils down to him not being able to accept zero accountability for what he's done to mess up a situation or anything like that. He can't accept it.
Yeah. And he's spiraling. Um,
Yeah.
just like these bums that we see before us with this
Mhm.
Diddy and Darius Jackson.
Yeah.
Now, not to take away anything from Cassie at all, because Diddy, you dead wrong.
Hmm.
I'm just kind of hurt that Kiki ain't getting this type of outpour.
At all.
And her person is a bum. He
And
ain't
she
even a
had evidence.
billionaire. He ain't even $1,000 heir.
Right.
And he's getting, I mean, this girl has gotten so much pushback. Everything she says, so I don't believe it. They need to, but this is, well, his mama shouldn't be talking to her, talking to him like that.
Yep.
The bigger problem again is, why is she talking to him like that? She have no respect for him because he's not a respectable person. He's putting hands on her damn daughter. To hell with how I talk to him. Hey, lucky I'm just talking right now.
Right.
What take me out is the fact that they think they can now put a standard after they did something. So you put your hands on my daughter, but then want to tell me how to respond back. No, that's not how we playing it. That is not how we playing it. You gonna get what you gonna get now.
Right.
So,
but you know, they're ridiculing that girl. They don't believe what she's saying. They're asking, well, why didn't she leave? She didn't have to leave. Why she have a baby for him? Like, I feel like everything is being turned back on this young lady who, for all intents and purposes, and we broke this down a little bit earlier, the majority of her relationship has been with her being pregnant and being a mom. So she's been with him for 2 years, but she was pregnant for 9 to 10 months of that, and then the baby is 8 months old. So for 16 months, right around 16 months,
17 months.
Yeah, so she really only was with him without being pregnant and having a baby for like what is that? 4
or 5 months.
4 or 5 months. So she really got out of the situation, to me, fairly fast for an abuse victim. Fairly fast.
Especially considering when you look at Cassie's relationship, she was in that for 11 years.
We're gonna compare both of them because
I think there's some colorism stuff going on with these situations on the men and the women ends. Because dark-skinned Black men are considered scary to people and this and that. And here's Diddy,
socialized to think
a billionaire.
Dark is bad.
Right. He's a billionaire and he's accused of doing these horrific things to this girl. What is she, Hispanic or something like that? And then
I think
lighter with good hair. Well, she Hispanic or something. I don't think she Black.
I think she's Hispanic.
Okay. And then we have this light-skinned guy, which people I guess consider pretty boys, even though he ain't cute at all, inside or out. And then we have Kiki, which is a darker tone. And she's getting all of this pushback when she actually provided damn proof.
Pictures. I mean, she had evidence that can't be disputed. And never once in all the time that you hear Miss Sharon cussing him up one wall and down another, did we hear what? A denial.
No, what are you talking about? Y'all crazy. I ain't did nothing like that. Nothing.
Never, not once.
But this is the part that got me. And while people talking about why she was talking to him like that, they don't like the way she was talking to him like that. She was wrong for talking to him like that. The way that lady was talking to him, like I said, he's nothing to her. She have a negative amount of respect for him. She called him everything but a child of God.
Indeed.
Okay? When he said, I'm not listening to y'all. I don't want to hear anything y'all got to say. Especially you, Kiki.
Yeah, I peeped that too.
Kiki was talking to you
nice,
fairly reasonable, and she didn't cuss you out. She didn't call you out of your name. She said you have a mental illness and you need help. She was talking to him in a caring position. That mama was cutting a rug on him.
But also considering
he didn't want to hear nothing they had to say. But especially Kiki.
Right, especially considering that he was in a relationship with Kiki, you would think that he would say, especially you, Miss Sharon, but he ain't say that.
I'm talking about my child right now.
Right, this is me and Kiki's child. You would think he would more so care about what Kiki had to say. Nope. Not at
No,
all.
that's how you could tell that he got a disdain for her, that or some type of obsession for her that is weird and real. He wasn't
And he
over
got
there to
more
pick up
respect
no
for
baby.
someone who's cussing his tail out because he know
Yeah,
he deserve it.
That's what he
exactly.
associates with.
Yeah.
That's what he associates with.
Mm-hmm. That right there. Uh, and it's sad because this young girl, like, she was getting so much pushback. People was questioning every decision
Why
that
she
she
didn't
made.
leave?
Right. But she's never had, let's come do some comparisons. This young lady have never had really no problematic, not that I can remember. She hasn't been problematic in the press. She hasn't had any problems as her name being out there, being up in no mess, nothing like that.
Right. She
So she
hasn't.
don't even have a history of that.
She's calling out for help. Speaking out about this, she know everybody is going to get a hold of this. This is her way of trying to keep her and her baby safe. Maybe that if all of these people know, he won't hurt us.
Yep.
The way
Yep.
that he was slamming her down by her neck and stuff like that, Kiki, she weighed about 120 pounds.
Right.
He was
Soaking
hitting
wet.
her head
Why
from
would
side
you
to
do
side.
that? And
Yeah.
don't even talk about Diddy. He's
And the
a
things
pity.
he
Let's
was
call
doing was
him Pity.
disgusting.
Let's start calling him Pity.
Yeah, pity. But you know what trips me out about that is, again, he's if these things are true, right? Because the one thing that we haven't seen yet is any proof, right? No proof with this whole Diddy situation. There are many witnesses that it appears are going to be willing to come forward and all of that, but there's no pictures attached. Not yet. We have, and she may have all of this, and we just haven't seen it. But what I'm saying, I'm basing the response of the court of public opinion is I feel that there was way more compassion for Cassie than there was for Kiki. From our own people, from our own people.
But you want to hear what else I found funny? Usually you don't hear nothing as far, especially the status that Diddy has as far as being a billionaire. You would think people wouldn't come out and speak out against it. When Kiki went through it, maybe I just didn't see it. But one thing I didn't see was it didn't seem like anybody rallied behind her. And with Cassie, everyone's rallying behind her. All of a sudden, left and right, all of these, they interviewed Young Jock and he made a statement about something he's experienced, a witness. You have, people who did, see things like you said, who were witnesses. They are coming out. And I'm like, usually they don't want to touch this stuff with a 10-foot pole. But they're coming out, and I'm glad I believe all this stuff she's saying about Diddy is true. My opinion. I don't doubt her. Let me be very clear.
That type of stuff you can't make up. And if you make up, you just as sick as he is.
Sick.
And it had to be, it's some truth to it still.
Right. But that's the thing. I don't doubt her at all. But it's just crazy. The double standard that's actually happening right in front of our faces. And no one talks about it. No one addresses it.
No.
Yeah, I'm just disgusted at both of the situations. I'm glad that Kiki was able to get out of this sooner than later. Because we all know that these type of situations can last 10, 20 years. Some people never get out of that. And also, like they were saying too, like a lot of women like just off themselves. So the stuff that she said in her thing, in the deposition, not deposition, but the court papers that was filed, that she often thought about ending herself. That stuff he was doing to her, can you imagine how like nothing she felt, like she was nothing? Like Diddy ought to be ashamed of himself. He ought to be ashamed of himself. Kicking somebody, you don't kick a dog. I was telling Drop the Mic earlier, like in my family from Mississippi, And we already know about the spitting mess, so you already know you're getting cut out if you call yourself spitting on somebody, okay? But if you kicked somebody, your foot was damn near about to be amputated. If you kicked somebody, it was over.
That's all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
The ER was where you was headed to when that foot was swollen up, looking like the clumps. Okay, like that's one thing. That's a no. And I like, again, you're supposed to be kicking a dog,
right?
You're kicking this girl, like kicking them in their face. What is wrong with you? And I didn't know Diddy was on that stuff like that.
Well, that girl that was pregnant by him said that he kicked her in the stomach when he knew she was pregnant.
And she been said that. What nobody was saying nothing. She went on Tasha K years ago, not years ago, but like last year, because that baby just came out like last year. And what do y'all think Carisha is going to do?
Stay by her man.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that he gets them young so he can groom them. I mean, they mentioned the white nails, and she said why he wanted her to have her nails painted white in the deposition thing. So, it's so that he could see her hands clearly, because he preferred darker skinned males to be a part of their FOs, their freak offs. I don't know if we can say freak. I don't know, but F-all.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a problem.
Okay,
now, so do y'all think that he was terrorizing that girl? See, that's one thing I think that the men, when they do that kind of stuff, because what is this? What you want to see her get down with a dark-skinned man? That's your type. But do y'all think that they take this stuff out on? Because I think they'd be like, want to come out as gay, they want to be gay or be with men, but and that's why they terrorize the women, because the women can openly be with men and they wish they could come out and be with men.
I can see that,
because even Exhibit said that a long time ago, and I think he been like kind of like blacklisted. Yeah, but he said that a long time ago that he had went to some party of Diddy's. And it was he was like, oh, absolutely not.
This is not my cup of tea.
This is not what I came here for.
Not what I do. Yeah. But Carisha's nails, you notice her nails is white, and it was a young Miami. Her nails are always white. So he's grooming.
They the same person?
Yeah, they're the same person.
Oh, okay.
Oh, oops, I didn't know that.
I thought I was thinking like it's okay.
So both of her personalities, Young Miami and Carisha, have to wear the white nails.
AKA Carisha, please.
Right. But you know, they showed several pictures and her nails were always white. And my thing with that is that if you're doing it to one, you're doing it to another one. I mean, it's probably for the same reasons, but he's grooming these women. He's grooming these women. Like that young girl, that Carissa, she was what, 18, 19 when she met him?
Young Miami?
No, Carissa or Carissa.
That's
whatever.
Young Miami.
Okay. What's
Carisha, the one he with now?
No, the one that filed the suit.
Oh, Cassie.
Cassie. Cassie, she was young because he went to her 21st birthday party and he was acting in the role of a father figure. And it, you know, in reading the thing, it appeared that was the first time he really like made his move on her. Like he you know, pushed her in a bedroom or something and forcefully kissed her. And she was like, whoa. And, you know, it kind of went on from there. But up until that point, he was pretending like he was a mentor and a father figure to her. So I know that he was still young. Huh?
Did he look like his breath stink?
Absolutely.
He looked like now his breath. He looked like his breath do stink. Do y'all notice like the way Diddy looks now? can you pull up some pictures of him before Kim Porter passed away and after? You can tell in his demeanor and even like the way that he dressed. He looks like he hasn't had his hair cut. He looks like he haven't had been groomed, no trim, nothing. He looks bad since that girl passed. He looks like what he's going through. He looks like something is weighing on him.
Yeah.
Like Martell. Do y'all see how bad Martell look? Like
Yeah.
Diddy looks bad. Like, you know, like Diddy used to look like he smelled good.
He did.
But now
he looked dusty
Diddy be
now.
looking, he be looking like he just gave up on life. That I'm starting to believe what they said, that he must have did something to her, or he feels extremely guilty about whatever
happened,
how he treated her, or whatever the case may be, because you know she was closer to his age.
Yeah,
and I really do believe that was his true love.
I think so, and I think she would whatever was, because they had broken up or something, or they were split apart. She was about to drop that book.
Yeah,
that girl was about to drop that book. That's why they say it was it was very mysterious around her thing. But she ain't the only one. There was a lot of questions surrounding Biggie's, you know, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but they never, like, people on the streets was always talking that he had something to do with Biggie's thing, you know, with his unaliving. So that, I mean, if he was or took part in some of these things, that's what's weighing on him. The evil deeds that he's done throughout his life.
Look at him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
look at him. Look at him.
Yeah. He looked dusty.
He looked dusty.
Look at all those pictures. Click on any of. Look at those pictures.
That one. Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
And another thing is, Al B. Shore had made a statement about Kim Porter. He said he believed that he had something to do with it, and shortly after, he fell ill too.
Yes,
he almost died. He was in
bad
a coma.
condition.
Yeah, he was in a coma for months. Like, he almost was unalive. Yeah. Yep.
So
Heavy D too. I never heard the Heavy D piece part.
What? And Andre Harrell?
Wait, what
No,
happened?
Andre Harrell, I thought that was natural, but I don't know.
He could have been getting payback for what he did to him.
I was gonna say, because that's who groomed him, was Andre Harrell. So you're right, could have been a little piggity payback. But yeah, no, I think he's done some I mean, y'all heard about this is in the deposition. But y'all, I don't know about that. But I heard about the I mean, y'all heard about the daggone car blowing up. I mean, they got witnesses saying that he said this to her, and then next thing you know, his car blew up. The dude, what was the guy's name again?
Who was it? It was
Kid Cudi.
Cudi.
Kid Cudi. Yep.
Cassie moved on pretty fast after she left Diddy,
because she was already mentally done with him.
Yeah.
This man was torturing her.
Yeah, I don't think she ever was really with him. I think that she was his, you know,
concubine.
Yeah. And I mean, every time she tried to leave him, he would make her come back every time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was that.
Like, child. Y'all ready to drop the link so people can
go ahead?
Yeah. I'd like to hear what y'all got to say. Especially,
they say he was at a party with Diddy, and I heard that on another content creator's page when that stuff happened with Jamie Foxx, and they was hiding him and wouldn't let him come out and nothing like that. And then they said they had like a fake pretend person come out as him and all of that stuff. And they were saying he was playing pickleball. We don't even know what pickleball is, so we knew good and damn well he wasn't playing no pickleball. Just when they said somebody Caucasian was playing pickleball, I was like, okay, let me look up pickleball. So I'm like, Jamie wasn't playing no pickleball. He was up in that hospital somewhere in hiding.
Well, what was his vendetta with Jamie Foxx? Why would he have that? Why he was?
They were saying that somebody had slipped him something.
But why? I
They said
mean,
he was
I
with
don't think
Diddy.
you said
that's what
Diddy.
They
that's what I'm
said he
saying.
was with Diddy.
Oh, hanging with him, maybe. Okay. I'm just wondering, like, did he do it on purpose, like, or was it probably an accident?
I don't know. They just said that in a chat, but I do remember months ago when that stuff happened with Jamie Foxx, a content creator saying that. And yeah.
That is
Wow, that's
crazy.
absolutely
I
bananas.
know you lying. I know this ain't drop the link.
I hope
Is it
so.
drop the link?
I hope it ain't someone trolling us. So I was like, wait a minute.
She got her butterfly watermark there.
Hello?
Hey ladies, how are
What if she cussed
you?
us out and we're like,
Hey,
I ain't don't
Angie.
drop the link.
Right. Hey,
It's the
Angie.
wrong
Hey,
How
one.
are
Angie, how
you?
you doing?
Oh,
Good,
hey,
how
by
are
the
you
way,
ladies?
we're good. I put the link in the chat, the private chat,
Private chat.
so you can drop it in
Oh,
your
share.
chat.
Okay, let me see if I share
What
I
How
you
are
just
think
you,
came
about
up
this,
real
Angie?
quick
Miss
because
Angie?
I have a lot to say, but I just came up real quick because like there's a lot of noise over here, so I don't want to cause
Aw.
any interruptions. But I just came up real quick to say that I am for both women. I believe that they need their
Absolutely.
they both need their justice, right?
Right.
it.
And
Right.
I've never
Absolutely.
doubted nobody's story. Like I'm the type of person that if you come and tell me this and this happened to you, I believe you from the get-go. Like
Yes,
I don't have no reason to
Mhm.
doubt your story at all,
I
you
agree.
know?
I
Yeah.
Now, if
agree.
I'm proven otherwise, like through, if you have, if people end up having proof that it's something else, then that's different. But I am not going to question nobody's, you know, um, past life or whatever they went through because we all go through things differently, you know,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and we all see it
Yes.
Absolutely.
differently. I also wanted to add that on that deposition, because I was reading through it, right? And
Mhm.
there's also Cassie says that one night they were in a hotel in LA and the security guard for Pity, because I don't want to give his name, I don't want him coming after me. I live in LA,
Pity.
Right.
but he he got word that Suge Knight was out at Mel's Drive-In. Mel's Drive-In is a really famous restaurant out here in LA, and he got
Uh-huh.
word that he was there, and Diddy got all his guns and tried to go after him. So that tells me that he was behind Tupac's situation.
Mm.
Hmm.
Ooh.
And he says it on the
Wow.
deposition. Yep. And we
Oh,
always
I'm gonna
knew
have to
that.
keep reading.
We always knew that he was behind it, and now that's legitimate proof because why would Cassie say that? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Why would
And
she?
Mel's Drive-In
Yeah.
is it's a very famous place where people like very famous people come and eat.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and the security guard got word and told him that he was there, and he got his guns and went to go look for him. And I'm like, why would you go look for him? You're not even from LA. You know what I mean? So that means he was very confident that he was confident he had people out here that were watching his back, basically.
Whoa.
That's what that
That's
tells me.
crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, Dr.
So,
Elise in the chat said, I told y'all he gave up to 1 million for Tupac.
I
yep.
believe it. I believe
Didn't
So
it.
the man just come out and admit that?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
I don't know if he admitted that Pity had something to do with it, but he sure did admit that. He admitted it a long time ago, though. He admitted it like on Black TV, like an idiot. He said that they had done that,
Wow.
but the cops in Las Vegas told him if he would never speak on it, he would never go to jail. But because he spoke on it on Black TV, they got him.
Oh.
That's how they got him.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Suge Knight's gonna say now after he finds this out.
I know.
Right.
He's a dummy. They gave you a pass if you just never spoke on it.
All he
And
had
you
to do
know,
was not speak on it. Yep, and he spoke on it. All he had to do was not talk about it at all.
wow.
Idiot.
That's how you know that even the cops are in on it, you know?
Yes.
That's
It had to
true.
be a cover up.
That is true. That's crazy. Yeah, Paulette, Keefy D. Hey, Keontae.
Hey, little sis.
Hey y'all, hey. How y'all doing?
Good.
Good. How are
Look,
you?
Good.
I'm good. I'm hoping I don't have a bug like my brother. I think he done gave us the bug, honey.
Oh no.
Oh man.
But then the weather is crazy here in Texas right now. So last week or the week before was like hot, and then now the weather has dropped back down, and I'm like, Lord. And then my son decided to go over to Japan, girl. He was like, I'll see y'all later.
He's gone.
Now why he ain't take me? He know WHENTAYTALK, Auntie WHENTAYTALK wanted to go.
Girl, when he decided to go, it was kind of like, okay, mom, I'm gonna go over. He's actually in Bangkok right now. So
Like Marcel.
so he's over there. He actually is going to stay a month, kind of, just kind of give him a break, after, everything, him leaving the military, them jacking my baby up. But
yeah.
but yeah. Hey ladies, how y'all doing? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
All I have to say is that this is the year of revelation.
Yeah.
And I'm glad as women, not just Black women, but all women are beginning to stand up for things that have happened to them in the past. I do find it crazy that women of color like to continue to bash women when they come out about their stories. It takes a lot for someone to come out to admit the things that their partner has done to them. And I can only imagine what she's gone through. I mean, they've been showing videos all day. There was one where she was balled up in the bathroom with the cover over her head, Cassie, and he was talking crazy to her. Kiki Palmer and the devil. It's crazy to me. And it's really sad when people are out here judging a mother for protecting her child over an animal.
Yeah.
And also, it is really sad that men are out here that are putting hands on women, because all I can think about is, you have a mother, right? How would you feel if the tables were turned, if it was your mother? And Darius is just an example of it. The dad was doing those things to his mother.
That's where he got it from.
And then he turned around and he did something to his sister. So for me, it's just so disgusting. It is. It's really sad. But I mean, it's the time that you do dirt. Eventually, your karma catches up with you. But I would also like to hear or know, if Diddy is doing these things to women, how are you treating your daughters?
I was wondering the same thing, Keontae.
What is that relationship like? Because me and one of my coworkers were talking about it today. I said, I would like to know what from the daughters.
I was thinking about that today. I went and I was looking at some pictures with him and those girls, and they just look, like kind of regular or whatever, especially since the mom passed, Kim Porter passed. Like he just looked bad, I mean, and sad and pathetic in all of the pictures. But I was telling Brown Skin earlier, do y'all remember, I think it might have been earlier this year or late, I think it was earlier this year, that their nanny or something was suing him because he fired her because she got pregnant and she wasn't married, and he got 7 damn kids and never been married.
Right. Right.
Who's the
And
biggest
then
influence?
but
You.
then it goes back to, Carisha. Like all this stuff is coming out when, about him. But then if you remember the video, I mean, the interview where he came onto her podcast, and remember they were kind of talking about their relationship or something. He gave me like a eerie vibe then. It was like, okay, girl, like, is this your man? And I don't like when people say, well, sometimes women date people that are like their father, or are they looking for a father figure, And that could be true in some situations. But I mean, he's been with a lot of men. I want to know, J-Lo, what did you experience? Because there was a situation with you and him, and that's why you broke up,
And she
because
got out
something
of
popped
Dodge.
up. And she got out the way because it was some mess that could have, got her in some trouble. So you think about all the women that he's been with. It's like, okay. I mean, but nothing's ever taken serious when it comes to us of color. But if, no shade, if she was Nicole Brown Simpson, then it would be different.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all seen what happened with OJ. I mean, he wasn't innocent either, but think about what happened with him.
Yes. He
Yeah,
was.
the court of public opinion has him pegged like he did it. And honestly, even there, I know I'm gonna have a difference of opinion, but I don't think he did it.
I'm kind of with you, Angie.
I
I
don't
don't
think he
think
did it. I
so.
think it was that cop that liked her. Like again,
Mhm,
cops get away with a lot of crap. I'm sorry.
mhm.
I might not have the same opinion as everybody, but that's what I think.
No, I agree.
What
I
I
agree with
actually
that.
think is, I think that he came there when they were doing it. Like, I
Yeah.
think he came in at the time when they was doing it, and I
I
I think that that's how, like, they was like, he was at the scene and all this stuff. Like, I think he came when they were actually offing that girl.
I'm gonna throw you another one.
I
I
think
don't
he
think it
knows who did it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was him. I think it was his son who walked in.
Mm.
That's why they say there's familial DNA. They don't say it's his DNA. They say it's familial. I
Yeah, they
think his
do.
son I think his son walked in and saw them doing it. So he got
And
the hell out
Angie,
of
I have to
there.
agree with Angie, I have to agree with you there, because there was a lot of things that were found that they alluded to, that it was possibly the child.
Mhm.
And a lot of things add up to what they were saying, that could be it. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't think he did not do it, but he was somehow,
Yeah,
he
Mhm.
knows who,
what
what,
I
when, where, why.
yeah, what I think is that he like Tay said, he walked in and saw them doing it and he got the hell out of there. That's how his DNA stayed there,
Mm,
right? But I think someone else off them,
mm,
and I think it was the cop because they say he was very infatuated with her and she
mm,
was flirty. So,
mm,
and the cop is easy for him to, plant evidence and make
mhm.
things look a certain way.
Especially when you got a whole team behind you.
Yep.
Mhm.
And remember back
And you
then
know what they
LA
look
cops were
for.
very racist, you know? I mean,
Mhm.
they probably still are now, but
Hmm.
we can tame them right
And they
now
was
like a
They
probably
little
were
bit.
already
outwardly
mad
racist
that
back
he was
then.
with the Caucasian girl and he black. So we
Yeah,
know
they
they
didn't
hate
like that.
that.
Yeah, cuz he has a lot of money. He's with
Hmm.
he's
And
he's
then
with
they
one of
gotta
their
work.
people. Yep. Yeah.
But y'all know Diddy been getting away with this stuff for so long. Who he done pissed off to now where it's coming out? Because to me, I feel like it always kind of goes back to that too.
That's what
Because
I said.
they've been getting away, like he's been doing it. I'm sure there's been other people that have made complaints or whatever the case may be, but he's like it never got out into like the public. Like who
They
has he
always shut
pissed
it
off?
down. Just like
Yeah.
with when they was talking about the stuff with Bill Cosby, like whatever it was, when Wendy Williams was saying it before, like nobody was like whatever. But then like all of a sudden this is a big thing, and these women are in their 90s and they're coming to like
90s.
Well, like them damn ladies. I'm still confused on how he got convicted with the testimony from them ladies.
Right. But from what I heard, it was because he was trying to buy NBC.
That's what I heard as well.
And that's a
my
whole
auntie stand on that.
Yeah, no.
Every time,
real.
but sometimes like not sometimes, but most of the time when black men get to a certain statue in the industry like that, like with Michael Jackson, they do something to knock them off of that high horse. Something is done to knock them off of their high horse.
Or if they're
sometimes I think they forget that you not the other side, and you can't do whatever you want. Like you can't do that, because in this society, unfortunately, things just as how it was given to you, how you got it, it can be taken away just as quick.
Just that.
And they got a way of humbling them.
I think it's usually when they piss them off based on some type of exposure. You know, when you deal dirty with dirty people, you know what they do. So then when you get mad at them, you're like, fine, I'm just gonna tell what I know. That's when that person come up missing. They just randomly fall ill. You know, things like that happen. Paulette said Cassie needed to do this for her own protection. Absolutely.
The same thing with Kiki. They need to let people know, because you know what? Who knows if he didn't stop trying to terrorize her? Who knows? She married now. She got 2 kids. He probably still been on that girl because she got away.
And he made a song, didn't he? He made a song about her recently. I think Diddy made a song where he was talking about how he let her get away and he should have never let her get away. Something along those lines. But that's how I even I remember that being something that was in headlines recently. Shade Room and all of them were posting about it. And the husband had came out and was throwing, digs at Diddy. So yeah. And there's a lot of people who, again, they question, oh, well, why are they doing this now? Or, well, why did they stay? And you got to understand, it's not always bad. It's not always the abuse or whatever. They go through good times. So I think they try to hold on to it. Like one of the things that was said was that in the paperwork is that after they broke up, he invited her, I guess, to dinner, and they went out to dinner. And then after that, he proceeded to force his way into her house. I'm assuming when he went to drop her off, and raped her, right? So most of us in our right mind is like, well, why would you even go out with her? Which is, I get it, a valid question. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you have to understand that, especially in a 10 plus year relationship, it wasn't just all bad times. And he pretty much says it. I'm just seeing this. It was shared in our group chat, but I'm gonna play it for you guys so y'all can hear what he has to say. And this is part of the reasoning why sometimes they stay and they try to convince themselves that it's gonna get better, it's gonna change.
I don't want to promise on nothing I can't deliver. What I can deliver, I've broken this down. What I can deliver out of a pie is, I could promise you that if I'm in a relationship with you, like 25% of your time, you're gonna just feel like, oh man, I hate being here. Oh man, I hate this guy. Oh man, he cheated on me. He lied on me. That's 25%. You know what I'm saying? But then there's 75% of, I'm gonna make you the happiest woman in the whole wide world. I'm gonna be there to support your dreams. I'm gonna be there to hold you, listen to you. I'm gonna be there to be your best friend. And I promise you'll smile the most. You know who I am. This is what it is. 25%, 75%. Which deal would you choose?
Now, for most of you guys, don't try this at home.
No, I don't want to.
So, yeah.
And then he got his son sitting there listening to this ignorant crap.
Yes, you see him right on the side nodding his head.
So you beating the hell out of them for 25% of the damn time, and 75% of the time they ain't somewhere damn healing.
Right, but see, this is what creates the generations of narcs. And
that boy didn't flinch. Look at him.
Look, smiling.
And that boy, I don't.
Sometimes it's the mother.
I don't like him. That the son right there. I think he a mini Diddy. It's something I don't like about him.
To be that way. He's grooming him.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Conversation in front of him is crazy. But again, sometimes it's like, which is worse, the man not being in their life or the man being there and teaching them the wrong stuff. Sometimes it's like a catch-22. You can't win either way. Because some of these fathers, they're narcs themselves. So guess what they're going to teach their sons to be? Narcs. Or, even if it's not narcissism, if it's just one of those where they don't respect women, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just got to end somewhere. And like, it's ridiculous. But for him to even be having that conversation in front of him is crazy. Like, and he's feeding him this stuff. So guess what? He's going to grow up and do the same thing. He going to tell women, hey, I'll give you 75%. It's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? He's going to copy everything his dad just said.
Oh, damn, 75%. He got a, oh my gosh, I cannot. He has done some stuff. And do y'all think that they might bring up any criminal charges on him, or since like the statute probably has expired? Has it expired? Have they been broke up for 5 years?
28. I think this year makes 5 years. Actually, didn't we read something that said it was like a week before the statute?
No, this is a statute for them to sue them, for to bring up a civil suit. I think in New York, like this is the last week for that, for them to bring up things after, to sue people for things after the statute has expired.
So you're
like, that's how they got with the Bill Cosby stuff. They was saying that, that's how those women were able to come. That's what I'm like, what is going on? Why is these people coming around here?
All swarming.
And this was that. And then that last person that he had, I'm like, is that even a woman? Like, that lady looked like Pat. I'm like,
yes, I know exactly who you're talking about.
And he probably didn't know it was a woman. Like, how old is Bill Cosby? 602 or something?
Not 602. No, I think he's about 550.
Yeah.
150. No, okay. You ain't ish. But yeah, this stuff, all the allegations that they're bringing up on him is wild. But then, what about what's her name that came out and was pretty much shaming her? Let me actually
Trudy Proud, right?
Child. So actress Paula J. Parker called out victim blaming. If for those who may not remember who she is, she was in Friday and
Craig with the long nails. She was the first person I saw with the long nails. Okay, Cardi. I'm just saying.
Something else I can't remember right now. But it says actress Paula J. Parker called out for victim blaming after firing off tone-deaf tweets following Cassie's abuse, rape, and trafficking allegations against Diddy. Child. So I'm assuming this is Twitter because, yeah, this looks like tweets. I don't know what Bible you're reading, but if it's the one that has Jesus getting arrested and a young boy running out of his tent in a loincloth, never mind. That's all Bibles. I guess they left that little tidbit up for interpretation. Oh, she must have been high. I don't know.
She needs to be
Anyways,
quiet because how she coming out and she's talking right now and no shade. But girl, you're a failed actress out here. You was with the whole husband and y'all was living up in the hotel or motel. So be quiet. Now you got something to say. It's like, girl, mind your own
right.
business because that's the reason why you're not making it in Hollywood either because you were out there doing that drug. You was doing that, and then your husband and your child and you were up in a motel. Be quiet.
But yeah,
She
and
ain't
honestly,
lying.
to
She
be
ain't lying.
yeah, to shame people for staying or being in that situation is crazy to me. Like again, oh, listen, we'll talk
Read
about
the
it in a
rest
second.
of
I
them.
don't
Read
want
the
to
rest
even
of
go
them
there
because
yet
you
because I want
that
to get
that
through
was
these
that was
tweets.
lightweight. Read the rest of them.
Oh yeah. You're between a rock and a hard place in this industry. You suffer no matter your choice. So why not choose hashtag God? It works for hashtag Jesus. I'm sorry, but I don't get it. I used to be 19 and I was in the industry and was quite capable of saying no. As an SA Victor, one would think I get it, but I don't. I was a child looking for nothing from anyone, but y'all called us thirsty for protecting what's mine. But it ain't thirsty when you forget to protect your behind. Let's go to the next page. I guess I'm just a child of the 80s. I believe, I know you ain't born in the 80s. What? I guess I'm just a child of the 80s.
BC,
Huh?
80 BC.
Right.
I know
Exactly.
you can lie.
I know you can lie. You cannot claim the 80s, child. I guess I'm just a child of the 80s. I believed hashtag Miss Nancy when she said just say no.
Not believing Miss Nancy.
Child.
Nancy
Nancy
Reagan. Just
Reagan.
say no. Like it was that easy.
She should have
Right.
told that to them kids.
That's what she was telling the kids. Just say no.
No, her kids.
Oh, that part.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
look what Miss Janice Walker said in the chat that she's related to Tisha Campbell. And isn't Tisha Campbell the one
oh,
that used to be married to Dwayne, the one that is poking
yeah.
people's behinds?
I always
Yeah.
thought her and Tisha looked a lot alike, but I couldn't prove it. They had the same wide mouth smile.
But
That's
Tisha
crazy.
teeth don't look like a picket fence.
Ooh,
I think she must have
ooh,
got them teeth
shade.
maybe from their daddy's side of the family or
I
something.
cannot.
Maybe. Maybe they got it from the other side.
Yeah, them teeth are segregated.
Uh, they said, she said they social distancing.
Yeah.
Um, She said, I wish someone would have said that to the 3-year-old me that couldn't say no. But by 19, we're all strong enough to make choices that affect the rest of our lives. If you can't say no, you're not built for it. Take that midnight train now before you get yourself in trouble. Um, and then someone retweeted this one from somebody else. It says everybody different, and all situations is not the same. Some are stronger than others. Facts. So she goes on to say, "Goodness, how many pages this
She
girl?"
was on a rant.
Right, I was literally about to say that. Like she was on a rant about someone else's situation. Ain't that some ish?
Did she
I'm
want
trying,
Pitty's
huh?
penis or did she want
She must have
Pitty's
wanted
penis
that
or
life.
what?
Something happened. Yeah,
She
Because
something
want
that's
some
what
happened.
it seems
attention,
like.
maybe. Yeah, maybe she want pity. Maybe she want pity to put her on. Maybe she want some of them freak offs. I don't know. Um, I'm trying so hard to see the victim here, but do ex slaves usually get to pick their ex partners in 5-star hotels? Wow. Should she should have took the deal. Wasn't it James who tried to tell y'all it's cheaper to keep her? All couples should be evenly yoked, even though that's not how you spell whatever. And that includes sexuality. Hashtag freaky being the operative word. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying she wasn't complaining about being his woman and the fame that came with it. What goes on between man and woman is just that. At what point does pleasing your man become all this? Only chicks dating freaky millionaires. Hashtag freaky being the operative word. Okay, I don't know why that came up twice. So then someone else posted and she retweeted, I love that you are not afraid to go against popular opinion and speak how you see things. Truly admirable. Bullshit. Anyways, oh, that's right. I forgot. Y'all get caught up in beautiful. You see a pretty little fawn and think Bambi instead of baby demon. Damn.
Yeah, she called her
But
a demon.
right. They had some underlying beef
I
because
want to ask. That's what I want to know. Do her and Cassie had something going on? What happened?
I mean they're
They're
not even the
different
same
ages.
I thought Diddy was with Kim when he was trying to get with Cassie, not her.
Right.
She can't go at Kim now. Kim's not here, so she goes after the next thing. But girl, if you wanted Pitty, you should have told Pitty, I want you, not go after the girls, you know?
Right. Tell him, Ange, because this is crazy. She is coming for her head. That don't even make sense. She goes on and says, but yes, I believe she deserved compensation. It was like a marriage, and she became accustomed to the lifestyle. And after all that stuff she wrote, she did. I don't think he was ever really going to marry her. Ew.
What does that mean?
Wow.
Because he wasted her time, he deserves to pay her. What?
She's slow.
Also, peep how she said after she said all the stuff she did, as if it was a willing thing that she did. She put the blame on Cassie.
On Cassie, not on him. When he's the older one. He was 37 when she was 19. So who's more mature from the brain?
Exactly. Her brain's not even fully developed yet.
Nope. They say that they say that you fully develop at 25, right?
5, yes.
She was 19. She still needed 6 more years to fully develop. Yeah, it's
she's and then gonna say after you did all of that, who would marry you? Ew. Clearly somebody, because she married now with kids.
With 2 babies. 2 beautiful babies.
Talking all that.
Was she high?
She's slow.
She gotta be tooting on.
She was saying some other stuff.
Who she remind y'all of? She sounded like AC. Get out of here, girl.
Yes. She sounds like her character from Friday, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That Friday character was so ignorant. Yep.
That is
where
crazy.
Craig at?
Where Craig at?
With the beautiful, what's her name? With the beautiful Nia Long. That's who that's who he was with.
And she Trudy Proud from the Proud family.
Yeah, that's who the other person was. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Do you think she might get fired from that?
The Proud family going off, ain't it?
Yeah, I think it went off. I don't know if she got fired.
She probably was tweeting that stuff from that hotel room with her and that husband. Are they still together?
Right.
Apparently not.
Diddy must be the one that got away.
Yep. That's what it looks like.
This is crazy. But yeah, there's more, child. Let's see what else she's saying. I think y'all just don't like him. Oh, she's so defending Diddy. I think y'all just don't like him, but he didn't invent the game. He just plays it. Hubby thinks I don't like her, but that's not true. I don't like chicks that take the easy route and get mad when it doesn't pan out. God bless the child who's got his own. Oh my gosh. She's taking up for Diddy.
It could still be panning though if she wanted it to.
But it's crazy how when the women go into this industry that a lot of men, not just of color, men, they have to do things to make it. I mean, we heard Cardi come out and say it. I mean, seriously, why are you out here taunting victims. That's the same thing. They did that to Megan. Yes, everybody knew how she be talking about, and it's her box. She can do whatever she want to do. It is her box. But for you to come out and you want to taunt a victim, like, go somewhere and sit down, go somewhere and lay on the couch, go somewhere and deal with your issues. Because a lot of people, they have gone through things in their life and they love to put that energy off on somebody else. And it's like, no, were you there in their bed? Do you know what happened when the lights went off? Do you know what happened when the curtains opened? You don't know nothing. These are these people's lives, and men do these type of things when they can't get their way. Come on, we're watching it when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, we're watching it, and it's just sad. And everybody's sitting up talking about Mel, and it's like, shut up.
Right.
If she wanted to give her box away 50 million times, she had every right, because that dirty dog that she was with, he was sharing it. He was community, just like Dum Dum said. He was community paying community. And it's a lot of men out here like that.
It's
breaking
just the
news,
fact that
ladies.
she just minimized it down to she mad because it didn't pan out. Breaking news, you said, Angie?
Yes, Monique C and someone else in the chat said that Cassie and Diddy settled. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they're saying.
Believe it. I believe it. I believe, and actually, me and my coworker was saying this at work, that he gonna go ahead and pay her out so she can shut up and stop talking about it.
It's too late now. He should have been settled. What? Yeah. Look it up. Look on the neighborhood TMZ. Look,
yes, please.
It's on the shade room. It's right on the shade room. Cassie settles lawsuit against Diddy, accusing him of rape and abuse. And it says, according to the New York Times, Cassie has settled the lawsuit against Diddy 1 day after filing.
But you know why
he
they
don't
settled?
want his dirt to come out.
But it came out already. She wrote the book in the deposition. If you
but it's gonna be more. It's more. But it's more victims out here. Yes, she put it out there. You know, sometimes it only takes one person to come out and tell their story. But you best believe he went ahead and did whatever he's supposed to do to shut her up, because she knows a lot more than what she put in that deposition. Yep. She knows a lot more.
Oh, absolutely.
I think she knows about the offings. There's a lot.
Oh, yeah, the whole Kim Porter thing. Oh,
yeah, I think she knows a lot.
I mean, it's out there now. Like, I don't see. I mean, I can see him settling, okay, but it's out there. Like, now everybody is gonna be side-eyeing Pitty. Like, dude, you're never gonna be looked at the same, in my opinion.
But you know who?
His name.
You know who had him settled though?
Who?
You know who had him settled? Because in that lawsuit, she was suing Epic Records.
I was just about to show that. Yes.
So they had him settle. They got on his ass and said, "You better settle with her."
Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you guys if you peeped that, because
y'all need to change the title to Diddy Settles.
Hold on. I know, right? Let me see. And Queen Wisdom, I'm sorry. I don't know how long you may have been there. I was reading the thing. I didn't even see anybody.
Hey, Jerry 22.
Hey, Jerry 22. Yeah, this is who she's suing. So you see Cassandra Ventura, and then, and I'm sorry, Queen, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but let me just show them. It shows that Sean Combs, she was suing Sean Combs, Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, Epic Records, Combs Enterprise LLC, and Dope Corps 1 to 10. These were all the defendants. So they was probably at his neck like, you better.
Yeah, because all the assistants, all of the security guards, everybody that witnessed it were all going to have to testify, because they were all going to be subpoenaed. And what they're going to do?
Hairstylist.
I'm sorry. I thought I was showing it to you guys, and I wasn't even showing it. Go ahead. It's right there.
Hairstylist, makeup artist, personal assistants, security guards, management or whatever. Everybody was gonna have to testify.
Hotel staff that hid or gave him the videotape of him.
He paid them
Oh yeah,
$50,000 for the video.
$50,000 for that. Yep, he sure did. He
For
paid
real.
50,000.
Paid
They show.
$50,000 for it.
Ooh, child. That
I
is
just wanted to say real quick, when I read the deposition from Storm, what Storm read it to us, and I hate to say it like this is not a regular uh, beating up like what Kiki is going through. That's regular stuff. This is something on a different total level. He kept this woman drugged up. He had her having sex with different men. And he was stomping the woman in her head, beating her up, bloody eyes, lips. That's something totally different, y'all. Just imagine a man got you drugged up at your young age and calling all these other prostitute guys to have sex with you in front of him. And in that paperwork, it say will go on for 2 and 3 days. My heart went. I'm 50. I'm 54 years old. I done seen and heard a lot of stuff, but when I was listening to Storm wrote, my heart was aching every time he would read something. I was like, oh my God, she went through all of that. And so that's different for what Kiki is going through. I don't like what Kiki is going through, but just imagine you being beat up, you being sex slave from different hotels. You would try to run away, and it was different from she would run away, and he would go send people to bring her back. You know, and that's
but don't you
totally
think?
different.
But Queen Wisdom, don't you think that abuse is abuse? Like somebody putting their hands on
not
you?
normal. That none of that is
It
normal.
is,
It's just a
but
little less severe. It's not normal.
yeah, it's less severe. But she went through a whole different type of
Yeah, that
situation
was a
than
whole
regular
nother
people.
level.
That was a whole different.
Yeah,
I don't think
it was
Kiki been passed
on
through.
a billionaire level. I feel like if you really compare him, it like he was doing some like Epstein stuff or Weinstein stuff allegedly. But
Yeah.
I do believe that both of these women suffered. To me, it was a power thing, and both of these women suffered abuse. I mean, I can't diminish one over the other because any woman that is getting somebody putting their hands on them because they not doing what they want them to do, or suffering abuse at the hands of somebody's rage because they can't control their emotions. I mean, it's both. I mean, I ain't lying. Diddy stuff was sick. It was sick. But the problem that I had, Queen Wisdom, with the situation was I really felt like that people was discounting Kiki's story, and she had receipts, okay? And no one had ever questioned this girl and said, "Are you lying?" Now, I don't believe that she's lying. Don't get it twisted. I believe that what she's saying happened to her. But no one questioned her except for this one girl that we brung up, that one lady that we showed you, and they've been roasting that girl since she put them comments out there. They've been roasting that lady. But other than that, if you look under Kiki's the post, people were like, "Well, she shouldn't have went with him. She shouldn't have had a baby. She shouldn't have did this. She shouldn't have did that." I mean, it was a lot of discounting of her story, and she had actual receipts
Even
attached to
on
her.
even on YouTube, they were discounting her story. Even on YouTube,
Yeah,
I am not.
when you see pictures of her being thrown on stairs, do y'all like I just wonder whether people get that, like, and not you
Some
guys, but the
hard-wooden
people who
stairs.
saying she's lying or she's
It's
fabricating this
something with
story.
it or whatever.
Yeah, like to be thrown on the floor hurts, right? Imagine stairs stick out, you getting thrown, your back, your ribs, all of that stuff is crashing into these steps. Like this, like it probably hurts 10 times worse than being slammed on the ground. He slammed her on the steps. And it's just agreed. I've heard, other panels and people just saying like making excuses like, oh well, why they stay? Well, if it's not a good situation, then why they stay? Excuse me. Or people making comments about, I may not have been in this situation, but I would have did X, Y, and Z. You don't know what you do till you're in the situation. 9 times out of 10.
But you know what I find, that it's a lot of gay men that feel that way, and that women can just easily go and this and that. Like we was watching Mim's channel the other day, and a lot of the gay men were saying that on the panel when they was giving their opinion or whatever the case may be. And what I want to say to that is that gay relationships, like, they have a high rate of domestic violence, for one. But it's still, since it's same sex, it's still man, man, woman, woman. So they're fighting each other. It's not the same when it's a dude fighting a woman, because we're in a position where we cannot hang with them physically. We need something. It don't matter how big we are, we bigger than them or nothing like that. If a man wants to beat the hell out of me, he can overpower me and beat my ass. Flat out, no questions asked. Like, that's just what it is. And I don't feel like they don't understand that we're not on equal footing when it comes to that. Like, I can square up. If I'm a lesbian, I can square up with another woman. That's two women. We fighting.
Yeah.
Y'all two men, y'all fighting. You're not in a physical stance as a parent and a child. That's why parents don't go around beating on their damn adult kids, because they not kids anymore. When they small and little, we can overpower them if we want to whoop their ass. But when they get to be adults, they tower over us. So it's adult or whatever the case may be. It's not that little kid that you can overpower. So that's the same kind of instance that you can compare to a man fighting a bum fighting a woman. Like, it's not the same. And I don't think they understand that. And that's foul that they even think that things are so easy to go, because, again, they have the higher rate of DV. Why y'all just don't leave?
Exactly. They be in those relationships just going through it. I know a few just fighting every other day.
You know what I think? I think we need to learn how to love ourselves, how to the first time a man put their hands on, even say something crazy, to leave them, to cut it off, or either to recognize that type of man ahead of time. Sometimes telephone talk with, that's what I used to do before I got married. I would telephone talk with a guy. Most people that's fake and fraud, they're gonna show they a true hand within 90 days. Now you got some good ones can do it up to 6 months to a year, but most of them, if you fake and phone, you're gonna show your hand within 90 days. But we have to learn how to love ourselves. We always make excuse for the abusers, and we stay in the relationship, and things just get worse and worse and worse.
I agree, 100%.
You can't get right. Before you know it, it's hard to get out of it, because now you attached and being loved by 1 minute and tore down the next minute. So you right, Queen Wisdom. Like, we have to not just love ourselves, but we gotta teach our daughters how to love themselves, to know that stuff is not acceptable. Like you said, some man running up to you, running his mouth, screaming, hollering, whatever the case may be. No, get out of my face.
Yeah.
You want to go holler at your mammy or holler at your kids.
Yep. And then did you guys see that there was, I think TSR reported that Kiki's, what's his name? Darius's mom has a long-standing PPO out on his father for DV. So it's like,
it was learned behavior.
She would relate and be like, I know what Kiki feels like. Like,
She happy that that girl is getting beat up, because she got beat up. And why shouldn't she get beat up? Because I had to take it.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
And you know what,
She should be
ladies?
ashamed. Those are both of her sons. She should be
She should be
ashamed.
ashamed.
Yeah.
You know how on that tape, you know, that recording that are can I say the name of the content creator or no? You know that content creator, that tape that he put on there? Where
Oh,
you know,
yeah, you can say his
yeah,
name.
Armand Wiggins. So you know how they're trying to say that the mom said racist stuff, and I'm like, that's not racist, and I'm Hispanic, okay, and I'm saying that's not racist what she said. What she was saying was, go bother them girls over there, because that's who he was with first. He was with a girl.
Right.
I don't know who, if she was Hispanic or Asian. The point is, her point was, why don't you bug her the way that you are bugging my daughter? So
Right.
when you know people are trying to pin us against each other, and I don't like that, because
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
I
a
what
agree
she
lot
with
of that.
said,
that.
was not racist. Let me be very clear. What she said was not racist. What she
Yeah.
said was, go bug her, because that girl pregnant, allegedly.
That girl
She's
what?
And
Your
pregnant?
phone was
he
breaking up. You said that girl was
she
what?
she was that girl was pregnant, allegedly, and he had her go
Ooh.
get a you know what, allegedly.
AAV. Ooh.
But yet he
Wow.
decided to keep this one with Kiki.
Of
Why?
course,
Because she's
Kiki
the one
got
that has the
bank.
money?
Yeah, Kiki's the one. He
Exactly.
thought he thought he seen a gravy train, and he thought he was
Uh-huh.
gonna be able
Yep.
to control her and her money as long as
Yeah.
he had this child. So y'all, the New York Times put out a article regarding this settlement, and basically it reads like this: Sean Combs and the singer Cassie have reached a settlement just one day after she filed an explosive lawsuit, accusing the hip hop mogul of rape and numerous instances of physical abuse. The parties announced on Friday evening that they have reached an agreement to resolve the case, though they disclosed no details about the terms of the settlement. I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. Cassie, whose full name is Cassandra Ventura, said in a statement, I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support. In a statement, Mr. Combs said, we have decided to resolve this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best. Love. I know you lying. Um, still being sneaky with that comment too. For Mr. Combs, the settlement quickly shuts down what could have been a risky and potentially embarrassing process of legal
Embarrassing.
yeah, potentially embarrassing process of legal discovery in which reams of evidence are made public and a possible trial. And Mrs. Ventura, who has already aired her accusations through a public complaint, avoids a cross examination by Mr. Combs' attorneys. In a lawsuit that drew international attention, Miss Ventura, who signed to Mr. Combs' Bad Boy label in 2005 when she was 19 and dated him for about a decade, accused Mr. Combs of what she said was years of beatings, controlling behavior, and various forms of sexual abuse, including a grape. In response, a lawyer for Mr. Combs, Ben Baffrin, said Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. According to Mrs. Ventura's suit, which was filed on Thursday in federal district court in Manhattan, Mr. Combs assaulted her numerous times, leaving her bloodied and bruised. She said his employees sometimes took her to hotel rooms for days to recover out of the public eye. In one of the suit's most disturbing allegations, Miss Ventura said that for years she was forced to participate in sexual encounters with a succession of male prostitutes as Mr. Combs watched, baited, and recorded videos. According to the suit, Mr. Combs called these events freak off. and they took place in a number of high-end hotels throughout the United States and internationally, which is why I think trafficking was put in there, but we'll get to that. According to Ms. Ventura's suit, Mr. Combs controlled nearly every aspect of her life, paying for her homes, cars, clothes, and other necessities, and even had access to her personal medical records. The suit says Ms. Ventura never went to the police because she feared it would merely give Mr. Combs another excuse to hurt her. Let's see if there's anything else.
They say
Mr.
he
Combs,
king of New York.
that's what I hear. Mr. Combs, who started Bad Boy in 1993, became one of the most powerful and successful figures in the hip hop industry, working with stars like the Notorious B.I.G. And Mary J. Blige, and helping to transform rap music and culture into a global pop phenomenon and a major business. Still, his rise to fame has been dotted with allegations of violence, including that he and his bodyguards beat a rival music executive, Steve Stout, with a champagne bottle and other items. Last year, Mr. Combs received a Lifetime Achievement honor at the BET Awards, and in September, he was given the Global Icon Award at MTV's Video Music Awards. Even with the settlement, however, the damage to Mr. Combs' reputation and legacy may be substantial. In the days since Miss Ventura's suit was filed, past allegations of violence and abuse have been resurfaced, and various musicians have publicly signaled their support to Mrs. Ventura. In a statement, Douglas Wigder, a lawyer for Miss Ventura, said, "I am very proud of Miss Ventura for having the strength to go public with her lawsuit. She ought to be commended for doing so." That's it, y'all. That's
Y'all know who her lawyer was, right?
Who?
That took down, he the lawyer that took down Weinstein.
ooh. Didn't I say this had it sniffed and smelled like Harvey?
They already had them documents together. They probably knew,
Oh,
but
they was
because
doing Black
I
History
wonder how
together.
much he settled for. Because put in the chat how much y'all think he settled for. Y'all think he settled for more than 30? Because they came
Absolutely.
to him and they said he offered her 8 figures, which is like 10,000 or something like that still. But
10 million.
yeah, 10 million. They said it was low 8 figures or something like that. And then she brought the lawsuit for 30. He probably had to pay her more than that.
Oh,
Yeah, he definitely paid her more to keep, because you have to think about everybody that's intertwined with this lawsuit. So he
all the
came up out
lawyers,
he came up out of money, but
about
not only that,
75 to 100.
maybe because you have to think about what about the entertainment labels that were also named in this lawsuit as well.
So
Diddy
that means
came
they
out,
might have helped him some with the help with the settlement, I'm sure, if they
probably
were named
so,
in it.
probably so.
She better leave the state. She better
Ah,
take her money and leave the
She'll leave the
state.
country.
Yeah,
Her
leave
and
the
Karen
country.
and that man.
Go international. That's what I would do. See y'all later. We going to live on some beach somewhere. And as long as we got internet, we good. But I will get up out of there. I would get up out of here because if I don't know if he's a narc or nothing, because we don't know that. But if he is, he gonna always be trying to seek some type of revenge. Cause this right here have sullied his. I mean, the article even said it. His reputation took a hit. He been on the phone all day. If they came with a settlement Friday night, at what time did that article come out? That was at like 10 something. I'm looking to see the time that New York
He
Times
probably
dropped
didn't
it.
think that it was gonna blow up. He probably thought he was gonna have the support of the public, and they was gonna brush her off like, "Oh, she bitter. She must be broke now. She with that man and them kids, and now she ain't got no money." And they was like, "No, sir, we're gonna stand with her."
11:05 is when they dropped this article. 11:05, y'all. It's 11.
Mm,
What is it? 11:28.
Mm-hmm.
So they
mm.
just reached disagreement. Y'all, what do y'all think? That's crazy.
I'm shocked.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder
why did he
do that? Why did he settle?
Why? The article said
guilty.
He was getting ready to come with reams. Yeah, he was guilty, but B, if they put that in that deposition or whatever that was called, they had reams and reams of evidence where they was getting ready to drag him through the mud.
Cause she said it happened in front of people that he was paying, them hotels, and when them people get underneath the stand, they're gonna tell the truth. She had too much witnesses that took place that witnessed like her. He was stomping her and knocked her out with his feet, and he was still stomping her. His bodyguards was trying to pull him off the girl, and they couldn't pull him off. He was a demon. And the hospital, they was giving her records to Diddy. She didn't get them. Diddy got her hospital records.
How did he get her records? He ain't her father. He wasn't her husband.
They said that man had people in his pockets. That man had people in his pocket, police in his pockets.
To him. Her MRI
directly.
From because she was getting bad headaches from significant drug use.
And him stomping on the head. He would always stomp the girl in the head.
He probably thought he had did something to her. So if he could do that and have them medical records sent directly to him, imagine with Kim Porter and pneumonia.
That part. Ooh.
They say he got doctors in his pocket, lawyers, judges, hotel, nurses.
Well, that's why he felt untouchable.
That's right. He would hire regular people just to go track her down and bring her back. And when they would bring her back, he would beat her again.
Oh, Janet Jenkins said he have already lost the event that he had coming up with the liquor company that he had a percentage of stock in.
They put out a notice. They was being racist or something like that too. Sir.
I don't know.
He probably just wanted to drink all the damn liquor with his sorry looking tail. He look a pity.
Like a weasel.
Yeah.
Wonder did Mary J. Blige go through any of that?
They said her, Faith.
I can see that.
Who else?
I can see that.
Kim Porter.
And they don't deal. Yeah, they don't deal with him like that. But I don't think he was doing that nasty stuff like that with the men and stuff like that. To like Kim Porter.
And you know what? Lauren London dodged a bullet there. Because remember, her and Cassie were his girls.
That's what now did he date her?
No, they were his. He called them his angels, but what he was doing is that he was trafficking them. And allegedly. Sorry. Basically. Allegedly.
Yeah, no, you know. But what do y'all have y'all ever heard that Christopher Williams story? Y'all heard that?
No, who's that?
Can you guys tell me?
Christopher, he's a singer.
Don't wake me.
Yeah,
I'm dreaming.
You know, he had like one hit, but he has a beautiful voice. Like this man can sing. But they would like shelf his projects and stuff. And allegedly, and you know, whatever the other words is, they say that Diddy basically said, if you want your record out, you know what you got to do. Get down on your knees and handle it. And they said that he got down on his knees and you know sucked them off. And
you remember those girls that he was doing? Remember Danity Kane? I wonder how that went with them. And what about the other? Remember the other show? He had. Yes, you know. I would love to hear from those ladies.
Oh, Aubrey O'Day has already come out. Aubrey O'Day was like, I told y'all about Diddy. Her and
she
Dawn
did.
From Danity Kane. They both of them came out and spoke out already. But that one girl that used to be on Danity Kane, remember that light skin one? I think her name was Sarah. She was from Detroit and she had like 2 kids and she was married. Diddy used to be on that girl head. And I was like, he want her.
Well, I mean, I would, and you know, even back then, I think when those girls came out from Danity Kane and they were alluding to the ways that he was dealing with them and his antics, a lot of people, you know, were like, you know, get out of here, you lying. He always out here. But now that all this is happening, that's what I'm saying. The same thing for R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, all these women. It only takes one person to be brave enough to come out and tell their story. And once you find that one brave person that is willing to go ahead and stick, there's going to be a trail of people. Trust me, this is not over for Diddy. There are going to be other people that are going to come out
And he done
and
settled too.
yep.
And you
And you
guys
now
know, sorry.
go ahead, Angie. No, go ahead. Go ahead,
And
sis.
you guys know Azalea Banks talked on behalf of Cassie too. And you know Azalea
Mm-hmm.
Banks goes up on everybody. So I was shocked
Mm-hmm.
when she spoke on her behalf. She said that Cassie was sent on a vacation for 3 weeks, and
3 weeks
in
to
quotes.
Hawaii after he beat her so bad.
Yep. But a
And in my
vacation, according to
opinion,
everyone else.
You can't trust nobody who eyes is this close. Have y'all ever seen how close together his eyes is?
So messy.
who
Yeah,
Diddy?
damn.
He, like
Yeah.
you said, he looked
He
like
looked
a
like a
real life weasel.
yeah, I
If
was
you
just
pull
about to
up
say he
that
looked like a
picture,
little animal, like a weasel. Yup.
yeah, if you
But
pull up
what
that picture
happened
that's
to
on the
him to make
neighborhood
him
talk
like
right
that?
you'll
They
see how
said
close
Andre
together his eyes
Harrell.
is. Yeah.
Mm.
Andre Harrell was his mentor. He was the head of A&R over at whatever record company, you know, that they were with.
Was
And
he the one that will be on the show with them? Is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Wow.
was on that show.
he
Mm-hmm.
was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was his
Yeah.
mentor. And they say
You
that he turned Diddy out, allegedly.
I already knew
Hey,
that something was
Ursha.
wrong with Diddy when he made them people walk across the bridge to the
To
Mm-hmm.
cheesecake
Brooklyn to
place
get cheesecake.
to get him some cheesecake. Child would have been like, boy, you
But
You got
then when
child.
they came back, he was gone.
yeah,
Yes.
the disrespect.
And why would
That's
Ursha
what
mama
spitting
leave
on
her with
somebody.
Diddy? Why would Ursha mama leave him with Diddy at the age of 12? Why?
Mm.
I
And
don't
you think
Bow
know.
Wow mama did the same thing too.
but you know what? It's a lot of that happens in the industry. But you know what? The one parent I can say that didn't play them games is
Kiki.
Brandy, Sonia's mama. She didn't play them games.
Mm-mm.
And you best believe anytime Brandy was somewhere, Sonia was right there next to her
Hmm.
on their heads. So you
And
got to
Kiki
think of
mama too.
right. So you got to think about parents that are headstrong, that they're not going to allow, just because you know my child is a young star, you're not going to get a chance to ruin their lives and torment them. But it takes a parent to be involved versus listening to these labels, because look at what's happening. I mean,
Exactly. This is really a
even for Cassie, they said that he did like a fake um once he did that kiss, that he had created like a fake tour for her.
Yeah.
Oh, dirty dog.
He
But
did
how about
what?
this, y'all? It looks like Young Miami may have exposed that she is privy, at least, to some of the stuff that Diddy was up to.
I
Mm.
believe it.
So, yes.
I
So
believe it.
when she had gotten into it with the young lady that had Diddy's recent baby, I think the baby's called Love.
Mm-hmm.
So she they was going back and forth. They were both at an award show, and I think Young Miami tweeted first, was throwing her digs or whatever. And so I can't remember her name. Hold on. I don't want to call her. Hold on, let me see what her name is because I can't recall. Um
The last baby mama.
yes. Um what is her name? It's
We don't know her name.
I don't remember her name.
Nobody do.
Okay,
You
so
see nobody
I
chimed
like
in and
talking
said
about
it?
kids, but that baby could be a demon child.
Why you
oh,
say that? From Diddy?
You
Because of
said
Diddy?
Diddy? Yes, man, Diddy got to be a demon to have all, and just you have sex with a person that's got all them spirits in him. He been allegedly having sex with men and women. Come on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
And you
we
mess.
in
know
a
what they
spiritual
say.
warfare.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
some
know what they
negative
say
energy
that
too.
yeah, you know what they say about like when you have, multiple partners, like you're inviting multiple
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, soul ties.
spirits. Right.
Yep. And
So
I believe that.
Right. I know I do believe that too. That's why you be having these people who bipolar and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe the young lady's name is Gina. So, and I could be wrong. Whatever. We're gonna go forward. So they were going back and forth on Twitter, okay, on the tweet of the and they was clapping back at each other. Gina was pretty much like, "Yeah, I'm the main chick. You just like a play toy, whatever," going back and forth. And in some of the tweets that Young Miami posted, it's somewhat kind of alludes to the stuff Diddy is being alleged to have done to Cassie. So whether he did it with Gina too, I'm not 100%
Yeah, she
sure.
came out and said that he was stomping her. She was pregnant by him more than
Yeah.
once. And one time she was pregnant and he was like stomping her stomach
the
and stuff
stomach.
like that. Yeah.
Yep, she sure did. So these are the tweets. Let me see. I mean, that's pretty clear. Y'all can see that, right?
Yeah.
This is Young Miami's tweet. So again, they were going back and forth. And shout out to I actually got this from tag. Listen, my mommy brain is mommying right now. I can't remember nothing. But either way, wait, Tisa Tells, that's who it is. She said, if I wanted you to eat my pee, Diddy would have had you on your knees. 304. You a eater. So then she goes on to say, you want a baby bee? I have a career. 304. You are a certified freak. You haven't heard from Diddy since the awards, reminiscing on AB's Let That Hurt. Go Chun Li, because the girl's Asian. You ain't. She's so petty. Hold on, and then there's another one. Let me get
That's racist.
very, very much so. Let me stop the
Yeah,
screen.
that was racist. Like, girl, why
Yeah,
you
you ain't have to do all of that.
Yeah. Now, what if she would have called you Bon Quisha?
Right.
She'd have been crying.
Thank you.
Or Shanae.
and we would have been on her butt. So we
Right.
gotta hold everybody accountable.
Exactly.
But
I would have responded back to
We
her.
on
I'd have been like,
head and
"Shanae,
hers.
Right. Everybody.
but didn't
If I'm
Carisha
Chun-Li,
say she?
if I'm
But didn't
Chun-Li,
she
then
say she
you
wanted
are
a baby?
Shanae. That's who
By
you are.
who?
Young Miami, she wanted a baby by Diddy too.
I
Oh,
know
did
that.
You know
she?
that? Yes.
For the
Pick one of
money,
the
for
ones
the
he
money.
already got.
Right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I
Right.
can't.
You have either one.
One option. Look at you. Don't
What
do it
type
like
of
that.
self-esteem does she have? I wonder.
Exactly.
Wow.
How do y'all think he hides this behavior from his children? Do y'all think this is the first
No.
time that they're hearing about this, or they
No,
know
because
this?
No, I
remember
think
you
Chris
said
No.
in the
is very
thing that
well aware.
that he beat her up and she was there with his son and he called and told her to go put on some more makeup because he don't want his son to see her looking like that.
So then that means
Yep.
that they don't know.
No, that
Now I'm
means that
tell you
they don't.
something.
Go ahead.
If you high and you drunk, you say and do all types of stuff around them kids.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
can't
there's
hide
no
everything you do when you high and drunk all the time.
there's
Yeah.
no filter. There's no like reasoning. Yeah, you're right.
I think he
Wow.
thinks they don't know. I think he
Yeah.
thinks they don't know, but they know. Come
They
on, they're
know.
teenagers, right? All
Especially
of
if
them.
he's
They know.
Yeah, if he's really gone, he probably don't even remember what he did. Not to the full
Forget being.
extent. Like he may remember
Mhm.
most of it, but sometimes they be so far gone. You will like
Mhm.
if you be like, oh, you did X, Y, and Z. I'm sure everyone has a friend that they went out with that was drunk as a skunk, and
Mhm.
you be
But
like,
what
girl, do
Mhm.
you remember when you did this? Me?
but
That was
what do
me.
you
I did
think
that.
those kids are what do you think those kids are thinking with these rumors about what he did to supposedly had done to their mom? What do you think those kids are thinking?
I think they've always kind of thought that it was him, in my opinion.
Wow.
I think the way they world is, they just so numb to the situation. You guys probably some of the kids that's gonna end up just like them, like him, and the other half just gonna be
They're gonna
just
resent.
numb to it.
Yep,
Yes,
they're
just
gonna
numb.
resent the
And
heck out of him.
Angie was saying they teenagers, yes, but no, when you young, these kids growing up, they've been seeing that since they was 5, 6, 7, and 8 years old. So when they become teenagers, it's just the norm thing to them now. We all had that alcoholic uncle or auntie when we was little and we would see them. Like my aunties and them, they used to my mama got a bunch of sisters. All they boyfriends used to beat them up and they would come to my grandmother's house. My grandmother raised me. And I was the one that had to go get the wet towels and all of that while she doctored them up. And she would have them in the room. But when I knocked on the door to get the towels and the wet bowl, the she done bought some water, whatever my grandmother was doing. Once they open up that door, I'm creeping, I'm looking, I see the black eyes, and then they shut the door real quick. Look, kids, we be knowing what's going on.
Yeah, and kids are nosy.
Mhm.
Especially when you tell a kid not to do something or to get away now they really want to know. So they extra nosy. They putting their ears to the door. You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing
Mhm.
everything to be extra.
Mhm. And
Absolutely.
the way that affected me, now I was raised in a good household, but the way that affected me is when I became grown, I ain't let no man hit me. And I whooped every man I had except for my husband. But I didn't whoop every man I had because when they would lie to me, I get to swinging, throwing glasses, bowls. Oh, I get to fighting.
Uh-huh.
Now, Queen Wisdom,
Mhm.
we're gonna have to hold you accountable too.
Yes, I was
Your
a
hands off the men.
man
I'm glad
beater.
you grew out of it.
Right.
Yes, I was a man beater. I was in my 20s and my 30s. And then when I got in my 40s, I had to get myself together because if a
Yeah,
real man gonna come along, they not finna put up with my
they ain't gonna
mouth.
deal with that. Mm-mm.
They wasn't gonna deal with it. And with my husband, our first disagreement, I got the cussing and hollering. He was like, "Oh, now I don't know who you been dealing with. We don't get down like that. We're
You
gonna
doing
sit down and
that?
talk to each other with some respect, and we're gonna use some better words than what you use." And I looked at him like he was crazy. I'm like, "Don't everybody cuss each other out when they get the
And
argument?" And so
Yeah.
I had to real quick change that about me if I didn't want to lose this good man.
I like Mr.
Mhm.
King Wisdom. Yes, he got it together, didn't he?
Right.
Yes, a
Right.
lot of
Ain't
times
no
we say we want a good man, but then when we get a good man, we run them off.
running
And
them
I
off.
realized if I didn't get it was my mouth. I always wanted to cuss and fight and throw stuff because I didn't want to end up like my mama and her sisters. And
Yeah.
so I was going to be the opposite of them. I'm going to do what the men do, which still wasn't right.
Right.
And I had to let that go. I had to get therapy too and learn how to use my words, then my fists, and cussing and acting a fool.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Absolutely.
a nice story.
That
And
was.
there are still some good men, y'all, because I was a man hater. I talked about men like a dog, but that's all that I had met. And so I was 45 years old and before I met my husband, and we've been married 7 years now. And he's still a good man. He was my calm. He's so peaceful and so laid back. He don't bother me about nothing. I ain't never met a man like him that don't bother me about nothing. I don't bitch about nothing. He treat me with respect. He talked to me good, and it's been 7 years. So there are still some good men out there. So, because at first I thought it was none. It
You
was
give
none.
me hope. Look at me. I'm about to be 45. November 29th. November 29th.
Not the
And
flood.
that's my
Okay.
problem. My mouth reckless. Now I ain't no man beater. I don't put my hand on men unless they come up on me. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think okay.
Tay, you said you didn't want to be committed.
I don't. But it might be hope. Commitment might find me. If I
It
find
may.
Yes.
wisdom that
She
don't
meant
bother
she didn't
me
want to
none.
be. She meant she didn't want to be committed at the hospital. That's what she meant. No, I'm just kidding, Tay. I'm just kidding.
Not
Tay.
the hospital, honey.
Drop her down. Drop her down.
Queen Wisdom, I do that sweet voice you have. I would have never pictured you doing
I
nothing
hear
to
it.
no
Yes,
man.
I'm a
I know it when I hear it.
Taurus. Yes, I'm a
sweet
Taurus.
Oh yeah, you crazy. Yeah, the Taurus.
Hey.
Oh yeah, when that bull come
Hey.
out, you better run. Yes, ma'am.
But we
Don't
good
do
people
us.
and we loyal. We good
Don't do
people and we
us.
loyal.
Keontae, you already know you certified. So please don't come out here acting like you just left church.
Certified.
Don't do it, Keontae.
You already know. I'm a true Taurus to the end.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, I changed my name to allegedly because Miss Esther Jones down there be saying for us to say allegedly. So I just wanted to make sure my name was allegedly, you know, just because I'm the one saying
I
stuff.
see that. I was like, who is allegedly? And then I see the
Allegedly.
butterfly.
She got her watermark on there, so we good.
Right. That is a mess. This whole thing is crazy, though. I'm glad. Well, I mean, monetarily, yeah, she won, but that stuff still mess with you on the inside. Like,
She said she had to go to therapy and she had to go to drug rehab from all the drugs that he was giving her. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad she had a success story, and she must have been doing that as soon as she left him, because it seemed like once she met that guy and she got pregnant, I hope that she had been clean and sober and stuff like that, or she might have started that journey before she left him. So that probably gave her the courage to leave, because like most of that stuff, like she probably was high out of her mind and taking all that stuff. And then once she got cleared her mind, she probably was like, I can't do this. I cannot. If he gonna off me, he just gonna have to off me because I'm gone.
I'm gone.
And everybody wonder why she left a billionaire for a broke guy. Remember that? Why she leave him? He got a bunch of money and the other guy, he broke. Y'all remember all them people saying that?
He rich in the heart.
Okay.
He rich in that heart. And when the way Diddy was describing that 25-75% rule, I think at this point now, I think I'll go with the person that not the I'm not picking that 75 because that 25 is deadly.
But I also wonder if she was at the end of her journey, like maybe she was at that stage that now I'm fully recovered. Now I'm ready to come out and tell my story, because all these years people have alluded to whatever they wanted to believe about her at the time, and maybe she's at the end of the road. I mean, look at us. We're waiting for Mel to drop that book on Martell. I mean, we want to know. So you got to think about that person's journey, and now they're at a point that now I'm strong enough to sit and deal with whatever happened to me in the past. But
and not
also,
only that, not only what happened to me in the past, reliving it, but also the ridicule you're gonna receive, because there's gonna be people who's gonna be like, she lying. Oh, and they wonder why people don't want to come out. It's like, y'all don't really make the court of public opinion don't really make it easy.
Right. So, I mean, kudos to her. I mean, tell your story. It happened to you. You're the only one that can tell it, because, I mean, think about it. Had he come out, he may have put a spin on it, or what, you know how men do. Just saying. So, I mean, she's at a journey at the end of her journey, and now she's ready to talk about it. And she felt that, okay, I've dealt with it, but now that I've dealt with it, you're going to pay for all the pain that you put me through. So here it is.
Oh, so Shay P said that the husband, her current husband, was her and Diddy's trainer. So I can see that he probably seen that girl so beat up before.
And I was gonna say that too. Kudos to him, because I know that wasn't an easy feat, taking someone who was used to being abused. Like Queen Wisdom just said, when you see things and you go through things, you put up a wall. You act,
and you be aggressive too sometimes, because you so used to everybody being so aggressive. So you turn sometime into that type of person. Like the minute somebody trigger you by screaming at you or something like that, you instantly might hit them.
Exactly. Like you get real defensive just based on your trauma. So I know it couldn't happen. And then think about it too. She was heavily on drugs, on them rugs, and alcohol. So she was probably still having that habit till she went to rehab. So he was
wasn't
having
that you or Diddy talking about how that would be for Bravo too, with her putting that in this suit about him forcing that stuff upon her, and how the same people like was suing Bravo with that stuff, and now they didn't settle with this. So Bravo them better watch out now.
They better watch out. Yeah, I don't know how it works with settling.
Well, I mean, if they can get, if she can settle, she had it named in there that he did, made her take all them rugs and alcohol and stuff like that all the time, and it was just laying around the house like in a candy dish, basically. So with Bravo, it's like the same thing. Those people were saying they were pumping them with so much alcohol and wouldn't feed them.
No food. Yep. And that's what happens for those who don't know what we're alluding to. So court cases, they follow other court cases pretty much. So when you hear like lawyers talk about like according to the case of Roe v. Wade, that means they're referencing that, and they're coming up with the reason why they should be believed, or the court should side with them based on what happened in the Roe v. Wade court case, or whatever the court case may be. You know what I'm saying? So when something happens in court cases, 9 times out of 10, they're going to follow suit, because once the lawyer references the other court case, because no one judge wants to kind of like trump another judge. So they pretty much just follow suit. Like, okay, well, if it was granted in this court case, then we're going to grant it in this one too. With that being said, what Tay's referencing is the fact that she had alluded to him pumping her with the rugs and the alcohol. So it was something about being like under the influence, like he forced her to be under it. And like she again said, Bravo was doing something similar where they were pumping them with alcohol, no food, knowing what the repercussions would come, what it would end up being. Like,
was they young or grown people?
They grown, all of them
grown. Oh no, I don't. No, I don't think that to be the same, because they grown.
They grown, but the courts, they gonna look at it like, because I don't know what the situation excuse me was as far as them not receiving food, but imagine
you had a free will
coming, just enjoy a couple drinks, enjoy a couple cocktails, and they just keep it coming. And once you start to go in, you probably aren't even paying attention that the food isn't coming yet. But then after a while, you realize like, oh, this is intentional.
But now you belligerent.
Yeah.
You done already cussed everybody out, beat everybody up, and all of that stuff, because now you hungry. You ain't got nothing to so-call this liquor up. So you just out of your mind. And half of them be on that other stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't drink at all. So that's why I don't understand.
Yeah, that's if you're on an empty stomach, forget about it.
I mean, but you can assume that maybe that was happening, because if anyone watched, what was it? Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You remember Kim? How Wild Kim and what's the Brandy Glanville? How they would be belligerent on scenes. Brandy would be up there
Acting a
slapping people.
plum fool.
So I
She would be
mean,
acting a plum fool.
exactly. So you can. I mean, it's. I mean, we don't know, but we can only agree. I mean, look at how they were acting on TV. I mean, she was walking around slapping several people, and it's like, girl, what's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
Yeah.
But
And
I
then
hear
you were
people that drink say, let me get me something to eat before I started drinking. And if you don't
Yeah.
sit and you start drinking, call somebody to bring you some food if they haven't.
But if you notice that on most of it, when the housewives and
This
stuff,
how they do it.
that I think you just said it, DDM, they all drink a lot. Like if you watch, it's like almost, not, I'm not going to say almost, but they do a lot of drinking before we see them eat. You be like, dang, girl, you just had a drink. Are you going to eat? So, I mean, I can believe that. I mean, they will be on. We see them every time they're together. They're always going somewhere where they're drinking.
Yeah,
Yep.
always.
Always.
You right, Keontae.
It's a daggone shame. But yeah. I mean, ethically or responsibly, you would think that they wouldn't put themselves in those predicaments, Queen Wisdom, but I don't know. They found themselves in those situations. I don't know how often or whatever, but that was part of the suit that they had, or part of the complaint of the lawsuit that they had. I
You
don't know if
see
it happened.
Melody all every time you look around, Melody eating, and she be all on set eating. Every
Yeah,
time you look
and
around,
she
she
don't
eating.
drink either. Right. Mel don't put a plate down. Oh my goodness. Every time you see her, she just watching what's happening, like, and eating something. Just I'm like, this girl knows she can eat, but I ain't hating. As
And dang.
Mhm.
and ain't. But y'all, we've been on here for 2.5 years. It's been a long day.
Not years.
Who said years?
You.
I say yes. Yes to the Dre's.
Oh, I thought you said yes.
Yes.
Y'all, I cannot.
Look, Tay so tired she hearing things.
You know what? Brownie, you over there drunk.
I am not.
That's why you trying to add that to a lawsuit with Bravo and YouTube.
Whatever. I'm
I
a
thought you
pencil in
said
my
years
name.
too.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
No, I said yes. You don't have to side with Tay.
Hey, uppity.
You know she over there drunk.
So we're doing watch party tomorrow.
Watch party tomorrow. Patreon.
Okay.
Pre-show chatter before.
Yep.
So are y'all gonna talk about crusty lips? Uh-huh.
Who's Crusty Lip? Oh,
Hotel.
Brace
probably on
face,
Patreon, because y'all know we tried our best not to give them no shine. 'Cause
diaper
that's what they
booty,
want.
Oh, diaper booty.
filter
Yeah,
queen.
maybe we'll do it on
Yeah, we can
Patreon.
talk about it. We can talk about it. I watched Queen
Turtle
Sheba
shell
video
booty.
and she kind of,
Didn't she?
ooh, she hurt him bad.
Girl.
I'm
Didn't
not gonna
she?
watch it.
Girl. I was like,
Ooh.
oh, Queen Sheba. Okay.
Like she was in rare form and like she cut them to pieces, like puzzle pieces, basically. Like
That was a
One
good
is
video.
they want attention, and that every time they put one of them stupid dumb videos out, it's to get attention. And so I
I
think
mean,
we should talk about it, but I don't know if we should do it on Patreon or something. Like,
okay.
you don't want to give them no shine. Like, I've changed my mind about I at first I was like, no, because we got to report on them, we got to do this. But the more I look at it, I'm like, no, because that's what they want.
That is
And
what they want.
you're not gonna get no shine on Beyonce's internet. And every time Mel announces something or does something, here he come looking like a scallywag, and
now here he come.
yeah, her and him, they come on and, oh, look at me, I'm at a game. Oh, look at me, we're together. We don't care. Like,
mind
just
you,
go
neither
off
one.
to the
They
side.
was probably in there talking about some goal.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
just
That's
wonder,
what I
like,
mean.
when is they gonna stop? Because every time one of them go live, like especially Slaw, every time she goes live, like it's something revealed. Like you done left the baby in a tub, you done left the baby in the car, you on this with cold sores all over your mouth, looking just like an oatmeal cookie around the mouth. Like, come on, girl.
Yep.
And got the nerve to be.
Like, yeah, it's like, ew, girl, do you
But
know
you
how
know
you look?
what? You know what? Every time she get on there with that, I be like, girl, so when you gonna get them braces out? Because when you take them off, girl, you're gonna be in dentures. Like, I
They
need her
are
to
gonna
really.
have to wear a gas mask when they remove them. When she come in there and open her mouth, they probably smell it when she called to make the appointment. But you just showing $40,000.
Because I'm gonna tell.
You ain't get them things off your mouth. Like you
not doing
trying
what
to
you
go
need to
and
do.
get some braids done and get some earrings. Get those braces off of your teeth.
Because I'm telling you from experience, when they take them bands off in the back, child, your breath be smelling like boo, boo. Stop it. Now, I'm serious. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but girl, you need to get those braces off. I'm telling you, root resorption. Root resorption. Like, girl, you're gonna need dentures. When I tell y'all, hand before God, that is. I remember there was this young patient that was there. Mind you, this little girl had been in braces for a very long time, since she was a minor. And so I don't know if you guys were aware, but there was years ago where there was a big thing with, providers that were doing Medicaid fraud. So they were sending out approvals to the government to get the kids approved for braces. So typically, when they're really young, they may put in what they call expanders, especially like if their jaws are smaller. So they'll go in and crank and expand their jaws so all their teeth can come in. And then when they go through that process, then eventually the child is going to need braces. So they put the kids in braces. I'll never forget this young girl. I mean, by the time she got up, she was maybe 16. And I'll never forget my doctor telling her to her face and said, you need to not ever miss any dental appointments. You need to make sure that you go to the dentist for the rest of your life because of the root resorption. So had she not taken care of her teeth, she was going to be in dentures before she was 21. And when you go into braces, they're only made for a certain length of time. The max is maybe 24 months. Now, you may have to be in there if you have to switch doctors, because each doctor's treatment plan can be different. But girl, you're walking around with those braces in your mouth. I know your breath smell like doo-doo. Like, girl.
Well, imagine on top of the fact that she has those braces on and it naturally would probably smell like doo-doo.
And not only that,
like booty.
Right. But not only that is she has a younger child. And they tell you that when you're an adult, you should not be kissing your child in the mouth because of that bacteria, but you sure shouldn't be sharing drinks with them because of the bacteria. So I be thinking like she be sitting up there. I remember her being on live and Knox will be eating after her or drinking. All I can think of is like, girl, like you're giving that baby bacteria because you still got those braces in your mouth. Like, people don't realize you don't take care of your teeth. You don't take care of your hygiene, oral hygiene. That can affect your heart. So you out here and you're in those braces for all this time. Girl, Ariane, if you need me to remove the braces for you, girl, I will remove them for free.
You better knock them out. Ain't no free removal. What braces probably when Knox teeth come in, they gonna probably have little braces on them from her. How long she done.
But you know what? At this point, she may
Still
not
have
have as
braces
many
on.
brackets.
Why does she
She
still
may
have
not have.
braces on? How many years?
So okay, so
Look,
this is how it
Sorry.
is. So when you go into treatment, active treatment with braces, you usually sign on with the doctor for you to, continue, start, and finish your treatment. Well, let's say if you move, well, you have to get the doctor that actually put on the braces to sign a release so the other doctor can begin treating you. Now, most doctors, they will not work on another dentist work. They will go in and they will remove the brackets and start you off as a new case. But typically the time is 24 months. That's max, because your teeth can't stand longer than that. And that's why a lot of people won't go through braces twice, because it's just not good. This girl is dumb. This girl is crazy. Like, you're walking around and you're wasting your money. Girl, just pay your orthodontics off and let them finish your braces. She's so stupid. And Martell up there kissing and let her play on his Peter. You got bacteria on that too, sir.
Right. I wonder, is that an STD?
I'm sure it could go into one. Because certain bacteria just ain't supposed to be in certain areas.
I can't believe
Right.
it.
So,
But you know what?
Well,
It looked like
isn't that how
before she
you?
met Martell.
You said do what?
Did she have braces
Exactly. She's
before
had
she
them for
met him?
too long. Yes.
Gingivitis penis.
They
But
isn't
she
that how you get
also
jerpies?
GP.
Probably.
Not jerky.
no. But she said that when she was younger, she had braces. And then I guess as an adult, she put them back on. She
Probably
had braces when she was younger. And then I guess because she wasn't going to her appointments, most doctors would go ahead and take them off. So she got braces again when she started messing with Martell to fix her teeth. And she's
then
had these
Melanie left.
braces on. And what has it been, 17 years now? Girl, you crazy.
Yeah, she used to it.
Them
She,
braces
it's like
put her
them,
in a prison sentence.
yeah, I was just about to say, it's like those people who've been in prison so long, they don't even want to go on the outside. So whenever they're about to be up for parole
Institutionalized.
or to be out, they'll do something just so that they can stay right back where they at. She must
And then
like the braces life, so
yeah, and then she was on there with them rough braids that whoever did them didn't dip them. They up there stiff. Like, girl, get out the camera. We don't care. You know what? It's at this point that every time they go live, that people don't care anymore. Like, she was in the comments, they were eating her up in the comments.
they always eat her up in the
And-
Drop the mic at her whole life. Somebody was like, "Hey, Tramp."
But who goes to the game and goes live at the game? Like the people that were sitting behind her, they were looking like, what is she doing? Like, how you go to the game, but you on live, and then you want to sit up here and talk about somebody getting their chin done. Girl, you got your whole booty done, and it looks like a diaper. What are you talking about?
It looked like a damn chin.
But every time she goes live, if you notice when it comes to male, she always likes to talk about her looks, her appearance. And it's like, girl, since you that bad B, I'm that girl, take that filter off so we can see your face. Because I've already seen it behind the out beside the filter, girl, and you not cute.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she always live looking a fool, and don't be knowing that filter be coming off, and people be getting the shots of her without that filter. Looking, ooh, I don't understand it. It's just mental retardation at its finest. Because Martell
and low
is like a
self-esteem.
grip keeper. He looking like Diddy, bad.
Don't he?
real bad.
Looking at Diddy.
And that beard looking like coochie hair. It's all rolled up on his face.
I wonder what milk. And then his eyes all sunk in the back of his head, and they ain't but this like a little dot. So
right, he got them little beady eyes.
We cannot.
Yeah, them two together act like they ain't never had nothing. He's sitting out, and you know what? I was watching him in the background. You could tell he do not watch sports. You
That's why
could
I
tell
said
that
both of
he.
them was in there talking about some touchdown. Them ninjas ain't know what the hell they was watching. Like, I'm telling you, they ain't know. He don't watch sports. She don't watch.
Martell was looking like he was acting with Sheree, like he ain't never been nowhere before, like a country bumpkin. He was like acting like he was into the game, but he kept cutting them little tiny little black eyed peas eyes over at the
Not the
daggone
black eyed peas.
Instagram.
They do look like a little bowl of black eyed peas.
Yeah, and you could all he was concerned with was what was happening on her live, but he was trying to act like he was into the game, but he really wasn't. If you peep him, he wasn't watching that game.
They
Both
probably had
wild.
just got there and sat down and left after she got off that live.
Right.
If you see Mel be in the Hamptons acting like this the life she been living.
Right.
Hey girl, what did she have on? Because I know that it's cold outside. Why you got that itty bitty skirt on? I was trying to figure out, like, girl, you know it's cold. You in Atlanta. I know it's chilly. Why you got that look?
Well, what
You
I
see-
noticed is that she had the same color on that Mel had on in her
On
live.
on her birthday.
Did y'all?
It's Sunday.
Yeah, that like what was
Wow.
that, like a green color? She had that same color shirt on. If that ain't stalker behavior, I don't know what it is. What's the odds of her having that same exact color on? Like, girl, bye.
Girl, they live for Mel. When I tell you that she just loves Mel, she admires Mel. And it's like, girl, every time you go live, you want to talk about this lady and her body. But you're the only one you're the only one that's walking around with two booties that look like a diaper. So stop it,
And she's
Ariana.
standing as if what Martell is feeding to her about Mel body. I bet if that body came and walked past him, I bet he'd jump off that bench to get her.
He still want her.
Yeah.
If she said come back home, he would come.
Heck
He'll be running. He will
She
run.
wouldn't even have to say it. If he thought she was thinking it, he would have been there. Mel, you thinking about something on your mind? Yeah, the police, Martell. Security.
Right. You still praying and ain't.
The police, Martell, hold.
Tynesha Monta, thank you for the $15 super chat. This is yours, Tay.
Thank you.
She said, thanks for the live tonight, ladies. Thank you,
Tanisha. We
yeah.
got
money. But yeah, we're gonna end it on this note. It's almost 3 hours in now. But yeah, we'll be reconvening tomorrow. Live watch. No, it starts off with the pre-show, live watch party, and then the after show will be on my channel. So,
all right.
Sure. All right,
Patreon,
bye, ladies.
$5. Come on over there. Come on around there. We get the cussing over there. Okay.
Good night,
Okay.
ladies.
All right, good night.
ladies.
Bye.
Thank y'all so
Good
much.
night,
for
ladies.
coming.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Angie. We missed you.
I know.
We
Glad
missed
you're
you
back.
too.
Welcome back.
Glad you're back. Who's like,
Thank you, ladies.
You done had some
My
baby?
twins and I.
Oh, I was about to say, you done had a new little baby on us?
Oh no,
A
my
new
twins.
little butterfly?
all right.
Yeah, I got two butterflies that are a pain in my butt. That's for sure.
You
Leave
know
them
it.
alone.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
Good night. Love you
Good
guys.
night.
All right, love you. All right, love y'all all in the chat. Thank you for coming and staying tuned in with us tonight on this topic. Where again, there's so much going on. It's important to laugh and do all of that, but sometimes it's important to have these necessary conversations about what's going on, because you never know who might be listening and who it may affect and who can maybe get a breakthrough, help, just hearing people talk about it.
And
They
hearing
might
people uplift people and saying they supporting a person that's coming out and not beating a person that's coming out, beating them down with, and making them ashamed to even come out.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's all love and support over here. We always talk on things, we joke or whatever, but we're going to also talk on topics that definitely need to be spoken on, touched on. And yeah, that's just what it is. It just is what a TI is.
We women, we for the women, the channel for the women and the men's that get it. And if any punks in the chat, anybody in here suffering in silence, we do have Queen Wisdom. We will have her pull the knuckles back out. Okay? We'll pull up. Okay?
Not the knuckles. Queen Wisdom, you see you getting called to the carpet.
Miss Mary, why you can't get through Patreon? Click on the link. Let me put it in here. Oh, can I put a link in your chat?
No.
Oh, sorry, Mary.
What's that?
Go to my channel.
I forgot to torment you today. I forgot we were on my channel.
We was on here on a serious matter.
That's why.
Not least hit the like button. Please hit the like button, y'all.
Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button.
We don't even be saying hit the like button no more. Like it don't even matter.
Right. For real. Because people be acting like it's so hard. Like, just hit the like button first. Please. Pretty please.
All right.
Anything else you ladies want to say before we end it?
No. Love the conversation. Good conversation. And
absolutely.
Nope, that's it.
Yep, that's it. That's all. That's it. That's all.
See y'all tomorrow for the pre-show and the after show.
Yeah.
And the watch party.
The Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon.
It's always a good time.
Oh, okay, Mary. 1 second before Mary, we go. Mary, when you go on Patreon, you click on, like, I have the link there, the video there. You'll just click on that video where I have it posted. Click on the post, and when it come up, like the thumbnail or whatever, it'll right corner, it'll say like you view on YouTube. Click in that YouTube box, and then it's gonna bring you into the chat where we're gonna be just like this. I'll walk you through it tomorrow before we go to Patreon. If you don't do it now, if you don't get it, just remind me tomorrow when we do the pre-show to show you how to do it.
Oh yeah, the pre-show will be a perfect time.
Yeah, I'll show you on the pre-show, because there do be some people I think be in the back and they be commenting.
And they don't know how
in the thing, but we be in the live thing. Okay, I got you, Ms. Mary White. Thank you for supporting. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Listen, I like chocolate girl, all shades, different flavors. She a diamond and a pearl. She a goddess with a mentor, yeah. Cinnamon swirl. She relate to what I've been through, yeah.